want you. I want you.
Okie dokie. So, what happened last session?
And
I could
Barlin can't
recap.
tell us.
I can. I actually watched the whole.
Oh, you did? You watched
Yes,
it?
I
That's
watched the
true.
Yeah,
entire.
this is your challenge then. You have to recap it.
Do it.
Even if you weren't here.
Oh, but I was. Now, Barlin.
Nabarlin
I'm gonna
was.
recap. I'm gonna recap it from the Barlin's perspective. So
Oh no.
you'll have
Sure.
noticed he was quiet the entire time. I like to imagine he was.
He said nary a word.
He said nary a word.
Contemplation.
Contemplation, eating his berries.
Eating the berries.
True.
No.
We did go back to the barracks, and unfortunately, it was, as we all feared,
Gone.
very, very
These were
bad.
bad.
It was- yeah,
Just say gone.
it's gone. It's now a deep haze-ridden area that is difficult to traverse. Odds are. I mean, I think the idea is maybe the people underground survived and they're just trapped down there. But it's a dangerous mission to go in there, and the hooded lantern men in general don't have the capacity to do that. So that might be something they have to a different plan. Plan B. Anyway, we
Yeah, he's back. He's back all right.
Yep.
but yeah, we ended up leaving them and went to the theater district. Now, there was some struggle in there, but luckily for y'all, Barlin had a crackpot, just like finely printed tourism pamphlet. He knew exactly where we're going, and so he was able to
Oh
bring
yeah.
the
Fucking
bring the
tourism.
group there. Yeah, bring the group straight there to the famed theater district. And I I remember thinking it'd be a fun. It was a story I heard that what happened reminded me because everybody starts summoning like your unseen servant, or and then you put your fizzle in there and start summoning stuff inside the big domed
Yeah.
protective thing.
Yep.
And I there was somebody there was like some idea for a campaign where it's a bunch of everybody makes a druid, and then at the very beginning of the campaign, everybody dies, and then you play as the campaign as your animal companions, or something like that. But I had that thought after I saw that. Oh, you're basically just being your whatever's inside the dome because everyone's just stuck out there. Thankfully, though, we got in and make contact with Ryan, Ramir or Graymir. I think there was confusion about how her name is pronounced, but had a talk with Ryan, and she kind of uh, filled in the team about some protective abilities. There was some discussion about air bubble, but for some reason, no one thought to try that, or at least no one who spoke up thought to try
I
that.
didn't have it prepared.
Mm,
Also,
You are not prepared.
shut up,
I
Illidan.
will prepare it for today. Let me switch it. Let me
But,
make sure I
no,
find it.
before you do that, I know Barlin's going to be saying something like in character before you do that. So,
Before I prepare a spell, I'm gonna prepare it anyway.
oh, yeah, I'm
But
just
we
saying that real
also
quick.
managed to get one of the two, I believe, runes for the tower.
Yes, and I think her criteria for it was to
Kill the other guy.
kill the other guy. And the idea is to go to the crater, get what he wants, to try and butter him up, and then use that opportunity to kill him. While we were there, we did learn the field, the neutralizing field, as well as purge contamination, and
Mhm.
I totally decided to animate a bunch of chairs in the auditorium for
Look,
no impetus.
okay, that was unintentional, but cool. And that's all.
Spoken like a true sorcerer, really. Like it was unplanned, but it was really cool.
After that was all done, everybody went to the clock tower to rest up and
Oh.
prepare for the adventure to the crater.
And apparently
Did I
something
miss-
happened that we're not
Yes,
allowed to
something
find out.
happened.
So for that particular part, that cliffhanger, does anyone remember how that went? You guys
Were
went
we
and yeah, go ahead.
we were at the clock tower
Yeah,
Yes.
we're in the like room.
and we had everyone together.
Mhm.
The rats were all
Uh,
gone.
Yeah, the rats were gone. Yeah.
yeah.
Just the nests are there.
Yeah.
And you said something had changed when we woke back up. And we didn't know what it was.
I do want to retcon to like before we go to sleep. And was going to do something before they went to sleep.
Bring up the air bubble conversation.
Yes.
Let's talk about our farts, guys.
Whenever
What?
It's
So-
not air.
That's that's gas.
if that stuff happened overnight, I'll go ahead and get this bit out of the way then.
Sure.
I've had a week to think about it. So you look over there, and Barlin has been quiet this whole time, eating his berries and reading his notes. And you'll see him remove his glasses that he uses to read. And some of you who are perceptive enough to notice will know that there's no actual lenses in his glasses. He just
Wants
puts
to
them
look
on
smart.
because he just wants to look smart. And he'll look up and he'll or if you were to ask him, there's actually an explanation. If you ask him about why there's not glass in there, there is actually a reason for it. But he'll look and be like, this Ivy, the neutralizing field only works for an hour, but
I
air
did
bubble.
look at that, yeah.
I think we should all have air bubbles on. And
Well,
if you don't mind, I can share the air bubble. Does
what?
anyone? Yeah, I can share the
What do
air
you
bubble.
what do you mean? Like you know
Share
the
a bubble.
spell or
Yeah, and here
I know
Nabarlin
the
will
spell. I just need to make sure it's in my repertoire tomorrow.
Nabarlin chews a
Oh
berry
cool.
and
I know
blows.
all the spells.
You're really taking care of that addiction, aren't you?
He blows a bubble from the berry and puts it on Blondie's head.
I
Does
just have
anybody
a
else want one?
I just have a question about that.
Yes.
Does the deep haze not affect, like, if we come in contact with it, like our skin and the rest of our, like, or is it only if we breathe it?
So avoiding your respiratory system is a good thing and makes it a lot safer to traverse. It doesn't negate everything. That is where you need other spells. But air bubble will help you
Yeah.
with your respiratory system.
Yeah, like
So it'll
if you
make
get
it probably a lot
if you
less
get
likely that we
if you
get
get hit by like a ooze or whatever, you're still going to
contaminated.
get contaminated. But not breathing in the haze
Yeah.
is the. But
And we
anyway,
shouldn't like walk through any haze water or whatever, any water. We shouldn't be walking through that. We shouldn't be drinking anything, like
I
obviously.
guess out of character, I'm casting air bubble. Nabarlin Barry, I was gonna play with what we talked about, but after realizing the neutralizing fields only has an hour, that's why I'm doing this. I'm go ahead and bursting the bubble, so to speak.
I was wondering what angle you're going to
Air
do
bubble.
it up. So
Yeah.
this makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. I am casting air. I've had air bubble on this whole time. I told Barry I had air bubble for the reason of going into that deep haze, and so my contamination, like I didn't get contaminated last time because I had air bubble on. Does anybody else want me to cast air bubble? I'm doing like level 3 and here, so I can pass out a few of these to anybody who wants it.
Do we
Keep in mind,
cast it tonight or do we wait for tomorrow?
it's 24
Because I
hours,
can cast it.
but don't waste
I
your
can
spell
cast it
slots.
on everyone tomorrow.
But then you'll waste your spell slot. So it lasts 24
Well, I
hours.
don't have it today.
I do though. That's why I'm casting it right
Okay.
now because I was prepared.
Oh, oh, prepared.
Wow,
Oh,
welcome
I
back.
just
Smack.
got here the other day. I just got here the other day. I didn't know about the deep haze. Oh, doing pretty
That's-
well for just getting here and saving all of your asses.
That's true. That's
I'm
true.
sorry.
That's true.
What number character was that again?
Shut up. Shut up.
But
Shut up,
the
all
reason
of you.
the reason why I do it tonight
You
is
guys
because
killed Justin. That was Fritz's fault. That was all Tim.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Isabel, the reason why I do it right now before the long rest is because it lasts 24 hours.
Yeah,
and
it
so
lasts 24 hours, so it would
and so
last longer than
you
the
don't
long
have to
rest,
waste
yeah.
You don't have to waste your spell slots on it. I can do it now,
Well,
and then
I will. I'll get me and Maz, me and my panther, but the rest of you can get help from him. That's fine.
does anybody? I keep in mind the flavor of this is Nabarlin is chewing a piece of
Oh,
he's chewing
God.
a berry and blowing a bubble. So does anybody want?
Yeah.
Like gum? What
No,
is it?
thank
Gum
you.
now? It's
No.
No, thank you.
gum. You guys want to have it from me, where it's just a normal spell?
Without risk of addiction?
You're not ingesting it. This is just wrapping around your head and breathing only the air inside the bubble.
Right,
Not
so it
ingesting
has. So it's basically your breath in a bubble.
Do you want it?
Brylan's berry breath.
Nobody
Yeah,
wants my berry breath.
and blondie breath and.
Ew.
Nope.
Ew, yeah. He fucking coughs up Blondie through that throat. Ew.
No one. So it's just me and Blondie. Okay, fine. I guess
I appreciate the offer, but thank you.
okay.
Again, I can get all of you tomorrow, so.
I was trying to save your. I was trying to save your spell slots. That's.
And I've got enough spell slots for everybody. It's fine.
It's
You do.
it's
You
a
have more than I do.
it's
If I cast it at like a 4th level, then like it can get like 5
Everybody.
people.
Yeah.
like above table. It's really smart and it's really good. In game though, Atoli would probably not go for that considering the rate that
I know.
how you're chugging those berries.
Well, that's why I had to give it the flavor. Just make it a little. So
I
it's
know.
not just
He
a
had
pure.
to,
pure.
he had to give it that Nabarlin flavor.
It's not a
that
pure
we all
metagame
love so
thing.
much.
Yeah. So in that case, it'd just be me and Blondie getting fresh air bubbles.
All right.
Blop blop.
Yeah, I've been
Okay.
dealing pretty well with the haze. I don't think I even need any protection. I'm sure it's gonna be fine.
We're just going to the source of the deep haze. No big whoop.
Yeah, see,
Yeah, it's
I'm
just the
I'm
meteor.
I'll have to
I'm
do.
definitely gonna be casting it tomorrow. I can't do it right now. So.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna have
Okay.
to do
And
that.
then in the future, I'll be able to cast it the night before, and we can,
Yeah.
have it for 12 hours or whatever.
Keep in mind, it doesn't work again. It only works against just like the breathing in. Anything else that could contaminate you is still gonna contaminate you.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind.
We still have to be careful what we're touching, and
Mhm.
probably try to keep skin covered as much as possible. So Fritz, you can stop wearing your jean shorts. I know that you love to wear your jean shorts, but
Fritz isn't even invisible anymore.
Not right now. No.
Not invisible.
Not
I mean,
right now.
radiant.
he
That's
loves
true
to wear
as
his
well.
jean shorts, his jorts, but it's really
The
At
good
least
hot.
news is we will have 40 Paisan berries going into tomorrow.
Oh my god.
I know you're all concerned about that.
Ivy kind of says to Maslow, what does she cast? I can talk to Maslow with just druid senses. She's like, don't eat those berries, Maz. Don't eat them.
So
Okay.
who got their that was the contamination levels. Who got those? That was Nespip and Fritz, right?
Yes.
Maz.
And Mess, yeah.
And
Okay,
we took them
you all
away.
got them. Yeah, you
Wait.
got them lowered, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got. Wait, did I
And
get
they
them
get
lowered?
exhaustion instead.
No,
and
not
we
you.
took
That's
that off.
was it?
Yeah, at least in my notes
Oh,
I
and
still
I
have
got
one.
contaminated too.
Yeah, because
but
I'm
keeping
still
mine.
at level
keeping
3.
mine.
So
Because we decided that we would have. I have it in my inventory. We have.
or was it me?
Yeah, I think like everybody got ganked. It was
We
it
have
was a
one more holy level or holy water usage of purge contamination.
I
That's
think it
it.
was. I
we
think it
actually have
was
two. I
Fritz,
think
Maslow, and Atoli. I don't think you cast any on me.
we have two actually. If you remember, Nabarlin's been carrying around holy water since the cathedral.
Oh, right. You have 100 gold worth of it?
So wait, hold on. How many levels did that take off? All of them?
Yes.
It's one from
But it
everybody.
replaces it
Oh,
with
oh, oh.
It replaces it
same-
with exhaustion levels.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's why I'm exhausted.
And then if if you only had one level of contamination and you get just one level of exhaustion and we're about to take a long rest, so you just lose that level of exhaustion.
Yeah, but I had
Right.
3, so I'm
But you had
exhaustion.
3.
I'm exhaustion level 2 right now.
Woof. All
Hey,
right, so
hey, I took contamination from out
yeah,
of other
you
people.
did it
Out of
willingly. You did it
Out of a
willingly.
champ. Yeah, you've been a champ for it.
On the chin.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have one 400 gold worth thing of holy water that we can, or 100 gold worth thing of holy water that we can use for one more usage of purge contamination, unless we go back to the temple and get more. Or back to the cathedral. Sorry, excuse me.
We got
And then I have one 300 gold worth diamond to do revivify, and that's it.
okay. Well, now that we're all set here, Harry, what happened?
Quick note for Tali currently has spikes around him because of the contamination he suffered. Can Nestle try to basically attach a board on top of him where he can stand on top of Tali without taking damage during the night?
He's becoming a scrap tower.
He's an artificer. He's an artificer.
I was going to comment on this too. So back in session 21, when we first went into the garden, you ruled that Tali couldn't get contamination because he was a robot.
Ooh,
Really?
you're being retconned right now.
I told you I haven't played in 2 weeks. All I've been doing is looking at streams.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
I'm honored that you look back our own stuff. But if that is what I said back then, and I'll believe your word for it, then retroactively Tali does not have the spikes.
And I
Yeah,
looked at
fun though.
because at the time I tried to argue Blondie shouldn't have to do it, and you're like, no, she's a living thing, so she definitely has to do it.
Makes sense.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. As is then.
Yeah, if we take that long rest, I guess.
We were all just so tired, we imagined that Tali got spikes.
Yeah. Yeah, he was just a little on edge and therefore a little spiky. As you are taking your as you're all taking your long rest, I think just before your long rest starts, so you're all awake, you can hear this low grumbling sound, kind of like the start to an earthquake. It doesn't take long, it's just a couple of seconds, but you can hear it. You can't necessarily feel it.
You guys hear that?
I can hear it, but I can't feel it.
Shut up.
Nestle will head out on one of the platforms and look out over the city if he sees anything.
Same for Fritz.
Give me, you both can make me a perception check to see if you notice something that's up.
That's a 19.
Please sound continue,
Oh,
or does
13.
it just happen once?
I think with the 19 you had, right, Fritz?
Yes.
Okay.
I also got 19 for what it's worth, but
Okay, I mean, if you're looking out as well, then you can. If you're looking out around the city, you notice that first off, there's nothing really different per se. And then you suddenly realize, as you look towards the east, that one part of the city looks decidedly more misty, if you will. I think by now you've traversed the city a couple of times, and I think you know most of the pockets of like deep haze in the city. But you notice that there is a new one, and the pocket seems to stretch all around the gate on that side, being gate number 2 on the map.
So that's new.
Yes.
Huh.
what was gate number 2? Have we been to it or seen it?
It's
You've been close to it. It's the King's Gate, and what you have, you've been near it on the outside, and you encountered a troll over there.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And we decided nope.
You tricked your way out of that one. That was really smart.
Hate it for the troll. Hate it for him.
I ain't gonna fuck with
Beyond
no
that,
troll.
nothing happens during your long rest, so you can take your long rest and apply it.
Looking
into
over
character sheets.
to
Oh, yep.
sorry. Looking over to the crater left by the bomb. Does the stuff around gate 2 look similar?
No. The crater near where the garrison was is decidedly different. If anything, that looks like the crater where the meteor hit, just smaller. There's almost like a
Okay.
vortex in the cloud up there. Like there's something actively playing around with the haze there.
Well, that ain't good.
No, and it's totally different from what you see near gate number 2. Gate number 2 looks like the pocket that you've encountered near Queen's Park, for example.
Okay. Super.
I'm half expecting a Byron to come back in and shrug his shoulders and go, must have been the wind.
Well, it's
Or
like
lack
swirling.
thereof.
Must have been swirling over there.
All right. So you wake up. I spend a little bit of time just connecting to nature. Bring out my little nature-y things, and prepare some different spells, including air bubble.
Shocker.
Shocker. And what's the thingy? And I also attune to the phylactery. I'm not sure if I had done that before, but I am attuned to it now.
Okay.
So here's the deal with air bubble. It's a 2nd level spell, and I can only do it on one person unless I bring up the level of the spell. If I cast it at a 4th level, I can do it on 5 people. So there's me and Maz, and then Fritz, Nespip, and Atoli. So it would be good for all 5 of us if you want me to do that. Or we can try to do the 5th level spell that would do a full field and prevent any contamination for an hour.
I think we should save that until we need it.
I still have 2 Aqua Expurgo.
Oh, that's true.
We can use them up beforehand and then start using the spells. I think maybe.
Okay, if you guys want to use your fancy potions, that's fine. I think I'm going to cast it on me and Maz just to do that. And then if I cast it at 3rd level, I do just get 3 people. So if someone wants to have it, even if they have the Aqua Expurgo,
yeah, give it to Atoli.
I have a free one.
he doesn't need any more of this contamination right now.
I mean, waking up this morning, Atoli's looking a little bit exhausted, and by a little bit, I mean kind of worn out.
2 levels. It's a rough day for you, bud. Alright, so I will...
Nespip also has dark rings under his eyes.
Oh no, Nespip, what do you roll stuff for? Alright, so I'm gonna cast Air Bubble at 3rd level, and I'm gonna cast it on me, Maslow, and Atoli. So all of you guys have a little, like, cloud of wispy wind around you, and it kind of fluffs your hair for a second, and then it just is transparent, because it's air, guys. It's air.
Atoli's gonna, like, confusedly fiddle with it for a second before realizing, oh, right, it's magic.
It doesn't have the delectable, sweet smelling hint of berry to it.
It doesn't need that. It doesn't.
And the wormy texture of Blondie.
Sure. Yeah, it just has a somatic component. That's so cool. That's awesome. That's so cool. All right. Well, I do that, and then that's 1 3rd level spell slot gone. And I think that's everything I need.
Barry, was there anything else that happened while we were asleep?
You asked me that like I'm forgetting something.
Well, we just check
Hang on.
outside and look again and see if anything's changed. In
Look
that
at our
cascade
character sheets and look at
direction.
and see what the difference is between everybody and Marlin.
Wait, what? What happened to Nibs?
Sounds like somebody didn't level up.
You I can just say it instead of being specific. But the week before you said that we were leveling up at our next long rest, so I go ahead and move my character to level 10.
Yeah, of course. You guys level up. Yeah.
Oh, we do? Fuck.
Yeah, you totally do.
Wait,
What the fuck?
to level 10?
Didn't we just hit
level
level
10.
9? I feel
No,
like
you,
we
you
just
what,
hit
what
level
you
9.
what was the last big thing you did was the talk at the cathedral.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That would have brought you to level 9, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
We didn't really do
And-
much in between that.
No, hang on. But you went to, what did you do last? You went to the roast theater.
And we learned some stuff. That's it. Like, we didn't battle anything.
Yeah, then the
I
only
don't know why I'm
level up is to
arguing
level
against
9.
this. Yeah,
Why'd
isn't
you
it a
already
level
applied
up to
that?
level 9?
Why'd you tell me to level up? Like you told me to
Did I?
level up. And when we
Yeah.
at the talk, you said they'll level up the next long rest. So I'll move my guy to level 10. I can drop him back down though.
Dropping back down.
Let me read that.
How dare you try and be higher level?
I feel like, yeah, because I feel like we just got level 9. Like, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not being
I
a
wasn't
poof,
gonna-
but I
I
do
wasn't
feel
going
like
to
we just
question
got
it. I wasn't going to question it.
When did I say that, Nabarlin?
The week, it was 2 weeks ago after everybody had gone, and he said another thing too is they're the next long rest, which is probably coming up. We're gonna level up to level 10. So I was like, okay, and so this was whenever it was just you and me talking
I
at the end of it.
don't remember that.
Well, no, you weren't. It was just me and Barry.
When you talked to him after.
Because we were trying to figure out the billing stuff, and then you mentioned go ahead and level him up because at the next long rest they would level up, and you were assuming that they'd do a long rest next session. That's what I thought anyway.
I think you might have gotten confused though, Barry, because we literally just got level 9.
You just, yeah. I'm quickly having a look at my.
I'll drop it back down. It's not a big deal. There's not really a whole lot difference for rangers at level 10 anyway.
I mean, I don't
No,
mind going
it's-
to level 10.
I wouldn't mind it either, but you know,
Just saying.
I
I
love
could get my
spells.
AC up to 20.
Your
Hang on,
AC
let me
would
have
go
a
to
look.
20. That's cool.
I would need to respec some magic items and stuff, but I think I should be able to hit 20 with my armor class.
Whoa.
Nice.
And that's before shield.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's before
God.
shield and everything.
Jesus.
Stupid
No,
14 armor class. My armor class is
Yeah, I
shit.
think I've gotten 2 levels mixed up because I'm quickly looking at like when is the level 10 level up? That is not here. No.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not here.
I'll drop it back down because I like literally. I think
Woof.
he gets a special like tireless feature, and that's literally it. So like I don't really lose anything other than HP. So
There.
it
Sorry for
doesn't
that.
didn't affect anything.
That's so funny. The
Okay.
Marlin's like, oh, I feel good, and then feels worse. Feels weaker.
That was a year of your life drained from you.
Let me re-import that. There we go.
All right. Well,
So are you guys going to leave the clock tower or do you still want to do something
we were
here?
gonna go to the meteor
crater.
site, right? That's the next spot we're going, the crater.
Yep.
Okay.
Should we head there directly or should we head to the gate? Because she said someone would help guide us from the gate to the crater.
I let's just go like literally it's a straight shot down. If you want to go around abouts the long way, I think you're kind of
Yeah, but should we
we
still
have to
first go
cross
to
the
the gate?
river.
they were here.
Because I'm.
Oh, you're saying go like this.
Was there
and then
someone who
come-
said they would guide us? I don't remember that.
Yeah, she did say that she would bring us down there.
Oh yeah, if we go to the edge of it.
No, I
or she
think
said
if we
went to
go
the
through
gate.
gate. They will help us with the passage. And to be fair, I don't think we know exactly where they are at the crater. And I want to, like, it would be nice to go there with a guide instead of
Yeah.
just
Agreed.
running around alone.
That kind of makes sense, right?
Yep.
Right. Yeah, so we still can go across here and then just walk this way because I'll be damned if I don't go all the way around.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, so we'll do that then.
All right. Hang on. As you approach the bridge,
Oh, okay. Sorry.
this is going to be the very first time that you cross one of the inside bridges of Drakkenheim.
Oh,
There
crap.
are inside bridges, aren't there?
Yeah, this is the whole reason why Drakkenheim exists. You know, the only bridges that cross the river, like natively,
Are
like
in
other than the one that's just been,
inner city.
are
Yeah.
inside the city to raise taxes and like whatnot. So this is the first time that you're approaching one of these bridges, and they still look intact. They have suffered some damage, as has everything in Drakkenheim, but it looks operable, as in traversable. And as you approach it, you can look along to the other side of the Dran River, more or less. Like there is a bit of haze, but you can see it. It looks relatively clear. But as you approach, you don't have to roll for this. I'm going to allow you to pause your movement. You notice that there's someone on the bridge.
Oh shit.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, there's 3 someones on the bridge. And it takes you a second to adjust your eyes what it exactly is. And then you realize what is on there. What you see up there looks kind of like a cross between a human
Oh no.
and a bovine character, kind of like a cow.
A cow?
It's a
Minotaur.
Yeah, it's a
Yes.
fucking Minotaur.
Minotaur? Oh my
There
god.
There are 3 minotaurs on the
3
bridge.
Minotaurs?
Yes.
How about we find another bridge?
All right, honey. I'll volunteer as tribute.
What?
What's going on here? 3 Minotaur? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And they're just standing there like huffing, or what are they doing?
The huffing and puffing
You
and
have to describe it.
It seems like one of them is looking over the bridge to the water, and the other 2 are sort of like standing near him and keeping guard. Like
Do they
both of them
look
are keeping
like
an
they
eye
have
on one side of the bridge.
they're fishing.
do they have weapons?
So
Yes,
Nesbitt,
very much so.
I was pretty
Oh, they
adamant
do
that
have
we
weapons,
were
okay.
not gonna. I was pretty adamant we were not gonna go the long way around, but I'm starting to think that maybe that wasn't the best plan. That we should probably go to another plan. It's
Yeah, we
Um,
can just take another bridge before you start that.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm Ivy
We-
messages to Atoli and just says, and the lady didn't say anything about 3 Minotaur, did she? Didn't say anything about bridge guards.
I mean, she was assuming the approach from Emberwood, so
I just messaged it to Atoli. I don't know if
Oh,
anybody
so-
else heard it, but
Huh?
wow, you're so helpful today. So my
Let's
He's
go to
friend.
dumb.
another-
Yeah,
let's-
and tired.
Let's
Okay.
walk to another bridge. This is Plan
Yeah,
B.
I'll walk
This is
this way.
Okay.
this is Plan Bridge B.
Plan B bridge.
Yeah, there we go. Plan B Bridge.
The bridge B. This is kind of like what's behind door number 2.
And this one has 6 Minotaur.
The next
Whatever
one has
will we
12
do?
Minotaur.
Go back to the one with
Minotaur.
3. All of a sudden, there's 50 of them.
The bridge is
You can't
covered in
win.
Minotaurs.
It's built out of minotaurs. If you
And then you realize
you walk
you took some drugs.
you walk to this second bridge, and it seems to be a lot less filled with minotaurs. As a matter of fact, the bridge itself seems empty. You can roughly see the other side of the river. Nobody seems to be patrolling the bridge. No one seems to be on it. No one seems to be guarding it. This seems to be a perfectly safe bridge to cross.
I don't like the
I-
way you said seems.
Yeah, I
And
don't
then
like that either.
Nesbitt will look at the waters, see if he spots any shadow moving below the surface or anything.
I was actually
Give me a nature check.
Nature, okay. Does it do the exhaustion properly? No, it doesn't look like that.
Gave you +6 on it, which is your default. It should
Yeah.
-2. So
So it's 20.
dirty 20. That's still enough. The water is flowing from north to south, as it should, but around the bridge, it behaves slightly erratically. Now, that's not necessarily strange because there's a couple of pillars in the water, but the water itself seems to be too erratic for just those pillars.
Y'all,
Can
we
someone
just
just
like
like throw a
we just
rock at it or something? Like, I want to see if
hey,
there's something invisible there.
Nebarlin looses off an arrow into that area.
Area. Yeah.
He is
Why not?
100.
Why not
Yeah,
start this fight, guys?
we're not
I'm
on the
itching
bridge.
for battle.
We're not on the bridge. We're not on the bridge.
Yeah, we're not on it. We're like right in the alleyway by it.
Yeah, we're literally right there. So does it just splash into the water?
Yes, but make me an attack roll.
Oh god.
Okay.
There is something there. It's a giant whale.
It's
Bridge is a
giant
mimic.
water.
13 plus 8. So
You hit the water.
21.
Congratulations.
Wait.
That
Yeah,
is a
21.
solid purchase. You can roll damage.
Okay.
Damage. On
You fired
what?
into the water, right? Just making sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Like right
Uh,
under the bridge, kind of.
I have a bad
6 plus
feeling.
3, so 9.
Okay. So as you hit the water, you hear a like strange guttural sort of like yelp that is probably a yelp of pain. And from the water, you see this beige looking tentacle that splots up with the arrow sticking into it that sort of like waves around and then
Oh
dips under the
no.
water again.
Wave
Oh.
back. Hi.
So
I think I
I
it
think we
comes
should
above
choose
the
a
water very
different
briefly.
bridge.
I wonder if you recognize it because like you've seen some scary shit in your life, but I wonder if you've recognized it. So, give me a oh, not fallen. Give me a nature check. That technically it's part of nature. It's
Can
creepy,
I
but it
do
is.
a nature check
Sure.
to see this tentacle? All right.
No, I'm not.
Nature-
No.
So bad.
No.
A
That is
9, baby.
It's a
It's something
9.
living.
And Barlin also
Something
gets
living.
an 8 plus 1, so 9.
It's something living. Like, it made a sound and whatnot. It's not gargantuan or anything, but that was large-ish, and whatever it was, it apparently has a tentacle.
Okay. So
That
do we
looks
just
like
want to
a.
do we just want to go out through the gate and just go the long way? I mean, are we just gonna? Is that what we're gonna
We
do? Are
could
we
try. There looks like there's another bridge down there. We could try that one.
You could say Bridge C.
Bridge
Bridge
C?
C. Bridge
Plan
C.
C.
Plan C, Bridge C. Let's go, baby.
Shall we
Third
meander
time's the
down?
charm.
Might as well look at the last bridge as well. This is hey.
But if this one doesn't work, then we're going out.
Right here by the gate. Right here by the gate to leave. So
Makes sense to me. If you look out over the bridge, this one is the most hit by the meteor, but it's still very serviceable. Like there's a couple of holes in it, but it's serviceable. And that does not mean like there's still a trap on there. No, it does look serviceable. It's just flavor.
Okay.
You see, there is one person on the bridge. And as you give yourself a second to adjust your eyes, you recognize this person. It's River.
Oh shit. Is it really River?
She is looking out over the water, like just leaning on the side of the bridge, just looking out, taking it in.
River, I thought you were a minotaur.
yeah, I guess yeah. So, River, what are you doing out here, buddy?
You yell out to her.
Oh wait, how far away are we?
Oh, you're like at the start of the bridge, like unless you already want to walk up on the bridge, but I would have assumed you wouldn't.
No, she's on the bridge.
She's right
Is
in the
she
middle.
more than 120 feet?
Yeah, because this bridge is quite a distance. I believe it's 500 feet across.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
never mind.
I'll yell out. I'll yell out to her like River, Nabarlin.
Land ho! What's up, dude?
What are you
River will
doing?
very slowly turn her head towards you,
Oh no.
Oh no, she's
and
totally
then just
just
raise
waving.
one hand and just wave.
Oh, that's creepy. Oh, that's creepy. Atoli, this is your friend, right?
No,
Atoli?
no, that's not my. No,
Jay, you're
You're muted,
muted.
Tony.
no, that's not my river.
Why is she just waving?
Nabarlin will
Does
wave
she
back.
keep waving, or does she just wave and put her hand down?
If you wave back, she'll keep waving for a second, then she very slowly puts her hand back down. She looks
That
at you for
doesn't look
another
like
second, and then she
River.
just turns her head back to look over the river.
I don't think that's real River.
I
Hey,
don't like
River's on
that.
a river. That's funny.
She's
Um,
halfway down the bridge, or is she a bit closer to us?
No, about halfway, so 250 feet away.
Marlon, you want to try to shoot her?
No, I don't.
Why do
I
we
mean,
solve
will.
everything through violence? Oh, it's D&D.
like I can hit her.
D&D.
I can hit her no problem, but I don't want to.
Well, I just
so.
want to see if she's an illusion. Like she looked like she's not real. She's not the real one. So,
If anything, she's a mimic.
oh, you mean like a doppelganger?
No, I
Maybe
meant
that
like a
her
mimic.
bridge is a mimic.
Yeah.
Just a full ass mimic.
Look, we got to
I
get
like
across
that.
here somehow. Like, do we want to just try
This
it, or
seems
do we?
like the least, the most safe one. So we could probably take her, right?
I
There's
feel
like
like that's the most unsafe one.
really?
If whatever it is, it's capable of disguising as something we all know.
Yeah, that's weird.
We kind of
Mm.
have to make a decision. Go out. The temple gate is right over there. We go out that way. Make our way out. Go either across the definitely
Oh, but
a
don't you want
bridge.
to fight
Condo.
something? Don't you want to kill something? I feel like I want to fight something.
Nespip will throw one of his fireballs just towards her. It won't reach, but just to see if she reacts it some way, or in what way.
What's the
Are
range on
you
Firebolt?
are you aiming for her? Because like a fireball does need a
It
target.
won't hit. It won't hit.
I'm
It's not.
aiming the firebolt at her, but it's just 120 feet range.
Okay,
So
so
it will go in a
disadvantage.
straight line, then disappear.
Yeah, go right ahead and oh yeah, it's only then
Yeah,
we'll
it's not
stop.
gonna hit her. Yeah,
If you do
she's gonna
that,
be 250 feet away from us if the bridge is 500.
So it makes it halfway to her.
Just to have a flash that maybe startle her, it, whatever.
If she does anything.
she will very slowly turn her head towards you, give you a bit of a smile, which is hard to see at 250 feet, I imagine, and then turn her head back towards the river.
Fuck is she?
That
I'm
is the
wanna
only
curious.
way to
know-
find out.
I wanna know what if
Quick,
it's not her,
Firebolt,
what
quick.
is it? And why is it disguised as river?
Yeah, that's so weird.
Ivy,
Should
there's
I
a
just send Tali in there?
there's
See
an old
what
saying that
happens?
we have.
Oh yeah,
On,
you could send Tali. Yeah.
But he's really useful. I don't want him to.
Could
normally
we
I'd
send
be
Fizzle?
Sure. And Francis is invisible at this point again, as is Fizzle,
Oh.
but he'll command Fizzle to fly over there and just quietly poke around, see if there's anything weird about that thing that looks like river or anything else,
You do so
and
invisibly, I
report back.
imagine.
Yes.
Okay. As you approach and you poke like at river, you go right through it. It's indeed not real.
Oh no.
Okay, and Fizzle safely
That
returns
seems
after that.
like anglerfish type
Yes.
of shit.
Then
That is in
What-
fact an illusion.
what
Oh,
would
that's weird.
make what would
Why did it
make
react to us?
also why is it river though? What made it decide to be river?
Maybe it's like the bridge is captured by the Amethyst Academy and it's placed there as a alert or guard or something.
I don't like the fact that we're going to another map here. This doesn't sound. This doesn't feel good.
This is
You
just me
spent too much
reloading the
time
server
and
very
so
quickly
we're-
because I forgot a module that I need for this.
Oh.
Okay.
So don't worry, you're still on the same map.
Okay. Well, I feel like you guys know anglerfish with the little lights that they put in front of them to lure fish and then they chomp them. This feels
Yeah.
like
No.
anglerfish.
Yeah.
You don't know what an anglerfish is? I guess you're not very naturey, are you?
I mean, I've never seen one where I've been.
Very few people have.
I
This
just
is.
I know
this
what
is-
an anglerfish is because I'm a druid and because I know about animals and shit. And I've been to the sea, okay? My family goes to the sea.
Do you see?
So I just kind of explain the idea of a honeypot, basically. Of some kind of lure.
So around or
That's
through?
what this feels like. I kind of want to know what this is, but like we don't see any disturbance in the water. We don't see like looking around like what could be casting this. Like
No. I mean, you can roll me a perception check to see if you notice anything. but-
I want to roll a perception check. This
Nestor
doesn't
was
if I get a
also.
natural
I
20.
guess I'll
Nope, don't
chime
get a
in on
natural
Yeah.
20. I get
Yeah,
a
we've
12.
all. I got a 20.
Considering it
21.
is river.
Nespip is convinced that this is river still.
It's like this could be river.
Oh.
However, the person who knows river most will notice one slight discrepancy. River's eyes color is different, and because of that, you are like, that's not her.
You can see
Those
her
are
eye
yellow
color
eyes.
from this far away.
Which I can see
Oh,
everything about. I
yellow.
can see everything about river.
He's got snake eyes, you know.
I can.
What do you snake eyes see?
Yellow. Her eyes are yellow. Atoli? What color
Yes.
are her eyes?
Not yellow.
I mean,
Yeah,
what you can see right now
You
is
mumble
it's
something
yellow.
about her eyes being wrong.
I told you from the start it's not river.
Well, we
Now
know
I
it's
just
not
had a
river,
dice
but
roll to
why-
confirm it.
Why are her eyes yellow?
I don't know.
That seems weird, right?
So, should we stay around? Should we fuck around and find out and have a bridge we can cross in the inside of the city? Should we head to
Yeah.
one of the other bridges
I
where we
mean,
know
I
what's?
would go back to the Minotaurs if it was
No.
up to
Yes.
me.
No,
but
honestly,
I don't-
yes.
No, what?
The Minotaurs
Because-
seem like they could be like talked
Yes,
to.
an enemy that you know is better than one that you don't know, and the middle bridge is very convenient for us with the tower.
Well, it's not the. Oh, yeah, it is. it
Okay,
the
that
one
is very
closest
close to the tower.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shall we go and try and let Nabarlin break out his persuasive beast talk and
They're
negotiate
monsters
a passage?
technically, but sure.
The soundbite for the natural 20 just played for me. That was a bit delayed.
Oh, it just played. Did it scare you?
No, but it's.
Power snake.
Oh, now it's for me.
What the fuck?
Whoa, that's late.
So, are we going back to Minotaurs and testing our
I
luck?
want to see the Minotaurs. I want to just,
Minotaurs and shove them in
wanna
the
look
water.
at 'em. I just
Yes.
want to look at them.
We just go,
What's
okay.
the
We
harm
can go
in
back
looking
there
at
and
'em?
we can go back up
Engage in
here.
some negotiations.
Yes.
Aggressive negotiations.
Yes.
As
Yeah,
you
so we go back to the Minotaur.
Oh, do I speak? Do I speak? No, I don't. Damn it.
as you walk away from the bridge with river on it, for those of you that cast one more look in her direction, you notice that she looks over at you guys again as you walk away. And she gives you a very wicked grin as she disappears into thin air.
Oh, I don't like that at all.
Oh no.
As you turn your attention to go back to the other bridge, you hear something on the wind.
Just a laugh? I don't like that. Does that sound like River's laugh? I totally know River's
No.
laugh. Does it sound like River's laugh?
Please.
All right.
Why does that monster know what she looks like? That's so weird. I hope she wasn't.
That is a very fair question.
Nespip will cast out of paranoia, just get some glass shards, glass dust again, and put it in his eyes and cast invisibility. See invisibility.
I see invisibility.
Your descriptions are so funny half the time, man. Like,
put glass in your eyes. It's fine.
so you're gonna go back to the Minotaur bridge?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is there anything invisible around us that Nestor might see now?
So far, not yet.
Okay. Oh, except for
Alright, Fritz.
And Fizzle.
Except for Fritz, yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, there's Fritz. Hi, Fritz.
All right, so
Where's that boy?
we're gonna try and talk our way across this. I don't want to. Let's.
Before we, as we're walking up, I cast bark skin at. Do I get to add another person? No, I don't. I'll just cast bark skin on Maslow, not on me, but on Maslow. He has it for an hour. Better AC. Okay.
And the Barlin will use beast speech because why not?
They're not beasts. They're definitely monsters.
They got beast's head, so.
Before heading up to them, or if you get a bit closer, do they look like natural minotaurs, or does it look like farmers that were getting cows across the bridge during the impact and merged with the cows?
Right.
No.
So now that is,
cows.
and that is a very good question. And honestly,
Are they
roll me an
haze
Arcana check.
minotaurs, or are they? Yeah. What kind of minotaurs are these?
Because if they are beast speech,
That's 20.
I think minotaurs are like vampires and like zombies, and those are the tropes that you hear about as kid, and like you know that they exist. And I think the common knowledge about vampires and minotaurs and whatnot is common knowledge for you guys as well. One of those things about minotaurs is that they usually hang around labyrinths. The bridge is not a labyrinth; it's just far from one, actually. So the fact that they're here is weird. And with what you just suggested in mind, you take a good look at how they look, and you get the feeling that you might actually be right on the money.
So you're
I have
saying
no
beast
idea how you
speech-
thought about this, but it's true.
So beast speech would work then because I'm talking to
Beast
cows.
speech could work, yeah.
Yes.
Possibly work.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. All right.
Nespa
But they
will
have
just start.
weapons. What weapons do they have?
They do have axes with them.
Well, yeah,
Axes,
minotaurs.
okay.
All right.
All
Shall
I'm
I
getting,
approach?
all I'm getting in my head is just Diablo 2 secret cow level cows.
Secret cow
Meow,
level.
meow, meow, meow.
So
So I didn't have a bridge level or a bridge map, so we're gonna just use a street map that is narrowed down to a bridge. This works.
we get
Everything black as water.
You're
brought
telling
in
me there's
Elodie.
4 bridges in this game and you didn't have a bridge map? Unprepared.
I have. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm the worst DM ever. I know.
You,
Just kidding.
I think you brought in Elodie instead of Nabarlin. Unless Elodie's body's here, and that's a plot twist none of us saw coming.
No. She, as you can see, she's still very dead.
My babe.
No,
I
she still
love
got the
you.
little skull next to it. You are still very dead. I'm so sorry.
I love you, baby. I'm sorry.
Nice.
But yes, it should be. Oh,
Where's
nope,
Maz?
still the wrong one.
Where's Maz?
Barland. There we go.
And Tali is missing.
Maslow and
Yes,
Tali.
those are coming in as well. There you are.
All right.
My
Well,
panther. My panther.
Nabarlin
Balin,
will.
I really don't think they will talk to you as Nesbit walks up with you.
We gotta try. What else are we gonna do? Nabarlin
Do we
will
have Maslow
stay here and say, hello, 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 citizens.
All three of them will turn to your attention and just stare you down. These are big guys, by the way. Like they're about the size of a cow stuck onto a human, but then standing upright.
Mhm.
Yep, that's about what we expected. This is a fine bridge. You seem to be looking out for something. What are you looking out for?
So, in what language do you say this?
It's in beast speech.
Okay. So I imagine that you're trying to do like cow. Like it doesn't really matter. Like bee speech is bee speech. But just for flavor, yeah, that's what you guys are hearing.
Well, I can understand because I can understand any.
She can
animal
understand it.
talking
Yes.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just take a second. Like, what dialect is that? Oh, yeah. And
Oh, it's
right,
cow.
cows. Haven't spoken
thick
cow
accent.
in a while.
Yeah.
He's got a bad accent for it too. Yeah.
Fuck.
Who was that?
That was me. This is the Marlin. That's what he's talking right now.
Oh my god.
I love that.
Ness
Um,
I'll
yeah, no,
stand next
go
to
ahead.
you because
Nesbit
I
just
can
looks
also talk to
disturbed
them.
at Nabalen.
Do they say anything back? Do they look at us?
I actually do have cow sounds as well.
Oh, cute.
I have to look them up, but like I do have them. As the as they look back, they look puzzled at Nibarlan. But finally, the one that is closest to you reacts in cow. It is broken. It is a broken dialect, but you can understand it, and it says, "How you know language?"
I say he's using a spell, and I
No,
say it
don't.
in. And
Don't. No,
they would
Ivy.
understand.
No,
In a way that
Ivy.
they
This
would
is
understand that.
it's,
I
yeah.
just know your language because I'm a nature girl.
Well, so does
I'm a
he. Like
cowgirl.
he has
Yeehaw.
beast speech. He has beast speech as part of his as part of his being a ranger. It's a
Oh, really? Oh, it's not a spell that you
yes.
cast? I
No,
thought it was a
it's
spell.
no. I
Kidding
get
me.
beast speech at level like
We're
actually level
nature
9.
people.
We're nature people. It's part of it. We
How long have you
I
been living on this bridge?
We here to protect.
doing
Who told you to protect?
No one.
you seem to be doing a great job though. What are we protecting from?
Ooh, that's a good
The
question.
bad.
The bad. Which way the bad?
One of them points your direction. The other one points the other direction.
Hmm.
So
There's
true.
there
So
there
true.
so true. So true. Um what
They're
is
just the other people are just hearing us like moo just really loudly
I'll say
and grunt.
can we help?
You want help protect?
We can go look. We can go check on that direction. And Darmalin points past them.
Then how you protect?
We keep bad from coming this way.
They look at each other. And you hear them like murmuring amongst each other, like softly. It's hard to hear what they're saying.
Wait, don't you mean we hear them moo-mooing amongst each other?
Yes. And the one most in front looks at all of you and says, "Okay, all you pass."
Sweet.
We will
Names,
report back.
just so we know for
Yeah, it's like what are your, as we go by? I say,
what can we call you? Yeah.
she asked for names.
Oh,
Yeah, give the cows names, Mr.
Barry on
DM.
the spot
Do
again,
your
making up
job.
minotaur names.
hang on.
Moo Moo, Mimu, and Mamu.
The one in front like points to his chest and says, "Jarger."
Darker. Okay.
And he points to the one like diagonally behind him. He says, Mana Run.
Manarun.
And then he points to the one behind him. He says, Harkus.
Harkus. Nice to meet you guys. I'm Ivy. We'll probably be passing back through, so we're just protecting the city, just like you. So know that's what we're doing.
As you pass
Oh
by,
no, please.
they push against Atoli as he walks past. Are you? Do you have your hood up or not?
He's always
No.
got his hood up. You don't?
No.
You always have your hood up.
Yes,
He's
but
so
not this morning.
friendly.
He's tired.
Oh, totally. They're gonna
Not
push you off the
you.
bridge. Wait, why? He's our
Okay.
friend.
He's Snake. Snake Danger.
He's
He's
not.
only part snake. He's mostly
He's-
human.
But he's not fully snake. He's mostly human. He's good, not bad.
It's only show him that you're good.
That's probably not a good idea.
Good hands.
That's the worst question.
Come on, do something cute.
Do a good.
Okay,
Do
Nabarlin,
it good.
Good thing.
I'm gonna. I'm gonna say I'm going to. I will keep an eye on him as we go through.
Hmm.
I'll keep an eye on his snake half.
Jurger looks at Atoli one more time and he says, How come you snake?
I can't talk to them for God's sake. So
He,
Now, for you, you just hear like,
I'll
asking
you
why
get
you're
the
a
faint idea
snake.
that they're talking to you.
Mhm.
I'll translate.
Yeah.
I'll say they're asking why you're snake.
I don't know. Born this way,
He
or
said he doesn't know.
He doesn't know. He was born
manipulated into
way.
this, tortured. I don't know.
Said he was born this way, maybe.
Maybe I was born with it.
Or transformed. He's not
Maybe
sure.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe it's one T. Alright. Can he just come with us, please? He's our friend.
I'll take it. I'll keep an eye on him.
Right.
Make sure that he isn't that he doesn't do anything bad. We're gonna go over there and check. Make sure no bad's over there either.
On your honor,
On my honor.
they will step aside.
My honor.
They'll let him pass.
On Maslow's honor. Come on, let's go.
Now
Moo
stab
moo.
him, stab him in the back.
I'll look at Navarro. Will look at Atoli and say, "It's like I promised them you would be on your best behavior."
Hang on.
That's a
Atoli, did you
risky
just say moo
promise.
moo 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 moo?
No.
Oh no, he didn't. No, he definitely didn't.
I could have sworn you just said like moo moo just for
No,
funsies.
he did.
No, I just said
You
moo.
want this to be a fight,
Yeah.
don't you, Mr. DM? You
Jesus.
want this to be a
I'm just
fight.
doing exactly what's supposed to be done with the Minotaur. Can you roll me a performance check, please?
You just cussed them out. You called their mother a something bad.
Hey.
10.
They 12. They
Yeah, but
you
Well,
got
it's
exhausted.
exhaustion.
10
Yeah.
because of the exhaustion, yeah.
They frown at each other and look at you, but let you pass still. They
Oh, good.
wonder why you brought up the weather.
The weather.
I can be an asshole and say he doesn't have 2 levels of exhaustion. So wait, no.
Yeah, there'd be two.
Yeah.
There'd be two then. Yeah, that's right.
I was about to say, didn't I do it right? Like, it's just.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did right.
So that's an 8.
And
So
so,
it's an eight.
having
No.
having heard Atoli
Wait,
start.
no,
No,
It's
it's
minus
no,
2 per level.
because didn't we remove
Yes.
one and then...
It's 12. It's 12 minus 2, so that's 10.
No, he had 3.
Oh,
He had 3
he had
contamination.
3,
Then we had a
He's
long
left,
rest. So
and then
that's
he
a
should have 2. Yeah.
yes.
You're
But,
right.
Oh yeah,
but
okay,
he
it's 8.
like
So it's 8.
oh wait,
It's an 8. Yeah. What happens on an 8?
Sorry.
like what did he roll? He rolled
So the
11
minimum
plus
pass.
1.
So the
How
minimum
much?
pass for this.
I'm trying to think. What does exhaust? Actually, I don't know what exhaustion levels do. Is it?
So the
It
new
just
exhaustion
takes
rules
off
basically
2
give you
for
a
every
-2
level.
on every saving throw check, whatever per
Oh,
level.
I thought it
And
was,
since you
it was
get
just
2,
one.
Yeah.
I thought it
no,
was just one
minus
level.
5,
Okay. Okay.
minus 5 feet of speed.
that as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Um. So with an 8, which is the bare minimum to pass this,
Oh my
they
god.
still they still look at you
Jesus.
and with a really concerning look, and they really do wonder what the hell is with the stars that you can't see right now, anyways.
Before Totally starts moo-mooing anymore, he shuffles him and says, and the bro was like, "Thank you. We'll report back," and kind of shuffles him along.
And they
Yep,
will
we
keep
all
watch as you
shuffle
cross the bridge, but
along.
otherwise you are safe.
Oh, yay! Minotaur! I knew that was the way to go.
Yes. Good call. Good call.
Can we throw a
All
fireball
right,
now?
Also, we're
No.
no.
you
So
can
I'm
if you
glad
want
that
to.
they aren't they're not real. They're like I'm glad they're not real minotaurs because I think Isabel, you're probably right. Real minotaurs wouldn't react to base speech. So
Yeah,
yeah,
real minotaurs are monsters for
yeah,
sure.
Real minotaurs can only speak abyssal.
Yeah, and I don't
Oh, in this
think
case,
any of us speak this.
hey,
Oh, it would have been a totally.
I
So
know,
probably
which is why it was funny.
for
I
the
was like,
best
okay,
that
you can
they're
have switched
not.
to B speech, sure.
Probably for the best that they're not real minotaurs.
all right.
I
So now
picked
we
some
can
random ass languages for this one because there was gonna be some random ass fucking monsters in this.
we could just make our
Alright.
way straight down here and then follow the edge of the crater around until we see somebody.
Yeah.
Still think a guide would be pretty useful, but we can also do that.
Well, I was like, we go to the edge and we
Where
can
would
follow
we
it
go
around
for the guide? Yeah, where did she tell us to go for it?
to the gate.
gate.
So I'm saying we just go straight here and then follow it down to the gate.
Oh, yeah, we could.
Yeah.
If you do
Or
that, then you will actually hit the place where you were going to be brought anyway. So that'll
oh,
work
okay.
because you need to be
Okay.
here.
Oh.
However, one thing I would want to know is as you get closer to the crater, obviously you're going to enter the deep haze. So who doesn't have any protection against that right now?
Ritz doesn't.
You guys,
Nesbit also doesn't.
Joe
Are
wants
you
to shop.
willingly
did you take
joining in?
the did you take the Aqua Aspergo or you want to save it? What are you doing?
Yeah, I think, man, no, Nesbit will take the stuff.
I'm gonna take it,
Because you
bro.
have stuff, right? Yeah. That's why I
You
didn't
still
give you
have
air
1 or 2.
bubbles, because you said you
I
had
still
stuff.
have 2, yeah. Yeah, Nesbit will take 1.
Ritz will not.
Yeah,
You're
get your
just
glow
gonna.
back. He wants his glow back.
He
All right.
wants that glow back.
For the both of you, even though you use Aqua Aspergo, you still need to make the check, of course. For everyone else, for now, you don't.
Okay.
But you will feel that you're entering the deep haze. Like it just like it's that like tingling sensation on your skin. Yeah, you know, like you're in the deep haze, but your breath is currently
Maslow
not
does
being.
that thing where his hair like poofs out really big and then it poofs back.
Yeah, like
He's like, ooh.
I will use a luck point to get advantage. And do
sure.
I add anything to this, or is it a
It
straight roll?
is a Constitution
Constitution
saving throw.
save. Right? Yeah.
Then it's an 18.
Okay,
Not
you
bad.
save.
It's a 10.
It's a 10. For
10.
you do not save, but you can elect to do so anyways through the power of the Aqua Aspergo. That's up to you.
I elect to save.
Okay. In that case, nothing happens to you, but you do notice that, like, you know, the haze, it just like it hits your lungs, it burns on the inside, but you're gonna soldier through, and you do. Now that you're getting a little closer to the crater, you're starting to see what devastation this thing brought to the city. It's not just a haze, of course. It is still beyond all of that, still a cosmic object that came from the heavens and smashed right into a civilized, place, into a city. There is a crater nearby, the edges of which are standing up a little bit, and you can just see the purple haze like emanating from the crater itself. There is a weird amalgamation of clouds just above it, and there is a eldritch lightning storm perpetually like shooting up there. The very nature, the very fabric of nature has been twisted here. The houses around you were not spared either. For what little remains of the houses outside of the blast area of the crater have all been warmed. You see various houses made completely of glass, where they were probably once made of brick and stone and
Whoa,
wood.
because of the heat. That's crazy.
Not just the heat, also just like also the haze. It just warped things over here. A little further away, you see another house which is now completely made of flesh. No
Oh,
mouths,
God, not
no
again.
eyes, but it's
Oh,
just
not the flesh house. Not the flesh house.
but it just looks like that. Yeah. Another one has been
Ew.
blown to pieces, but still floats sort of in place, kind of like what happened to the inscrutable tower. And there's many more such things around this crater. All in all, there's devastation all around, and it's hard to imagine that anyone would want to go here voluntarily. Yet here you are,
Do
visiting
we
someone
see
who.
people?
Well, yes, because as you get closer to the crater, you notice that there was one more building over here, which, barring some damage and some some repairs that have been made to the building, still withstood the power of the meteor. There is a chapel here, and the chapel is still standing. More so, as you see the chapel, which is where you are right now, you notice that the chapel itself is alive. Well, not the building itself, because that would be really creepy. Not beyond the scope of possibility, though. But there's people here. There's not a lot of them, but you see that there are a couple of people walking about. They don't have any protective clothing or whatever. Rather, they are wearing simple robes and rags.
They
But
have
they don't
glow.
seem the least.
They have glowing right here. Oh, they have glowing on their chest.
Some of them, but not all of them.
Oh.
Do you decide to approach?
How far away from them?
I'll let you pick because, like, you're approaching, so you can, if you want to be 100 feet away, you can be 100 feet away. That's okay.
What? Well, I'm kind of asking because I don't want to. So what Nebron's going to say? He doesn't want anybody but his party to hear. So I guess I'm also asking, when did we? So let's just say we're stopping. How far from the, I guess, edge of the crater is the chapel?
It is a minute walking away from it. It was spared, like the crater itself, the earth that was bursted up kind of stopped right where the chapel was. If it moved any farther, the chapel would have been uprooted.
Okay. Well, I guess, once we start noticing the lightning stuff happening, and all this weird shit, then Braun's gonna kind of stop and before we get to the actual people, and he's gonna pull out his sword, put it in the ground, and he's gonna ask everybody to come grab his sword.
What are you doing?
Why? I don't want to touch your sword.
Can you please just?
What is your sword?
It's so we can all speak Celestial.
Why would we need to speak celestial?
Oh, we've done this before, haven't we? Fine, I totally will, like, begrudgingly, but still.
Can I speak celestial?
I'm not gonna say the words, though.
No, I can't. I didn't choose
You don't have to say anything. You just gotta touch it. That's.
Fine, I'll touch the freaking sword.
For God's sakes, dude.
Sorry.
You don't have to say anything, you just have to touch it? Oh my god. Can we get that? We got that on video, right, Gia?
Yep, we got that on video.
Yeah, Chris on video saying that? Okay, good.
Nespa, do you
Do you want to touch it?
You don't have to say anything, you just have to touch it.
Just with a pink.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
terrible.
Sunday night just got way more exciting suddenly.
Nespa, are you also going to listen to what Nebrala has to say?
Yeah.
Fritz, are you as well? Or are you going to be Fritz?
I mean, you have no idea whether he touches your sword or not.
Well, that's fair. That's
I
fair.
think
That's fair.
I think you'll notice.
Right. So
The
As we're about
Barlin,
to
pull your pants up. Good God, man.
as we're about to walk down into the crater,
You're not going to walk into the crater, or are you?
or I thought we were about to walk into the crater. That
We're
was the whole
not
point.
that close.
I mean, you're in front of the chapel, but
We're
if
by
you
the
want to
chapel,
go to the
yeah.
crater, you can do that too.
I
But
thought
that's a
we
little
were.
further this
I
way.
thought we were waiting for a guide.
I thought we were at the
Yeah,
crater.
So the chapel is right in front of it. That's where you are right now. Beyond the chapel is a path to the crater, so you need to walk past the chapel, which you can do. That's perfectly fine.
But we wanted
Well,
a
no,
guide, I think.
can we see the crater from where we're at though?
Yeah, you can't look inside though. Like it has a bit of a like an edge.
Oh, this is
Like a
probably more
cliff.
impactful it's probably more impactful at the edge of the crater. Now, like I kind of wrote this because
Why do we need to be able to speak Celestial? There's nothing.
It's for secret communication.
yes.
Oh.
I guess I'll just go ahead and say it here, and just like, yeah. All right, these past weeks, we have seen strange wonders and fought exotic foes. And these
Hold
are
the
stories
fuck
that
up.
would
Is this a
fill.
rousing speech?
Yes.
Nesbit will let go.
Let him say his thing. Come on.
Say your thing. You
right.
wrote it just for us. Say it.
These are stories that would fill lifetimes of songs. I was told I needed to come to this corrupted haze to save my family, and for reasons I couldn't comprehend at the time, I was sent to the far side of the world, not knowing what I seek beyond adventure. But here in this corrupted haze, I found friends. He looks over to everybody. And though we came for different reasons, we join in a pursuit to bring stability to a fractured realm. Whatever that outcome, we found there is a greater threat here. So I look to all of you. He looks over at the lightning storm that's apparently just over the edge here. I know the purpose for my great odyssey. As we look out across the edge of calamity, what fell here was no act of nature. This was not a common occurrence in the life cycle of the world. Because if these, let's say, religious folks are right, this is a wound that is struck into the planet, and this wound festers. It threatens the very existence, and we've seen the destruction it can bring. So, as we stand here preparing to leap into the abyss, I ask all of you to take a leap of faith and trust in me. Whatever may come, know that I seek to cure this corruption and save our world. Save my family in the process. Can I count on you to help me save our world and save Drakkenheim? As he does that, you see a little white claw reaches in and places it on Barlin's hand. And you hear a voice that you've heard, but you never really understand.
You know my answer, Father. Your purpose is my purpose. The world may not know it, but we are its salvation, and where you go, I will follow.
She looks up at all of you, glances at each of you, making eye contact, except for Fritz.
My Father has given you truth. Will you take his hand or be swallowed by the abyss?
God.
I am more worried about her than anything else right now.
Well, it's like
Creepy as fuck, dude.
it's draconic translated into celestial, and then it's with a dragon tongue.
Yeah, well, I'm still listening to a dragon talk in my head, and that's kind of terrifying. Okay?
I guess that's me way of saying that whatever happens, we gotta stick together.
Haven't we so far?
Mm.
Well, I mean, aside from Elodie and Justin, Fritz.
I'm asking for your trust as we go in.
All right.
Tully's gonna hesitate and, like, eventually put his hand forward.
Let's do this thing.
Barlin looks at Nesbit specifically.
Yep.
I guess it has been fine so far.
Right. And he'll look to Ivy as well. I mean, he's known Atoli. This is really this was like for Atoli and Nespa because he's known them for weeks. But
Ivy's like, this is weird, man. Freaking weird, dude.
Yeah, but
sure,
Dru-
Dragon Boy.
I was about to say, druidic excitement. She can now communicate with a dragon.
I mean, I could have before, couldn't I? Are they animals?
No.
they're
No.
dragons.
Not animals.
They're dragons.
Dragons are dragons.
Dragons are dragons.
Dragons are dragons are
Yep.
dragons are dragons.
All right. Well,
Okay, well, whatever.
that's all I can ask,
Cool.
and we can move forward now.
All right.
With that, there is a chapel that you can go to where there are people. You can also go to the crater and skip the chapel for now.
I want to go to the
That is up
chapel
to you.
first, I think. I want to
Yeah.
see the people.
Before you make your choice, though, there's one more thing that I want to give because I always like rousing speeches, but even more so when you put this amount of effort into it with the voice and whatnot. I'm going to give you inspiration on that. That's cool.
I have a feeling we're gonna need it.
A man has inspiration.
I don't give him out a lot, so I only do it when I like something like, wow, that was really cool. This is one of them.
Alrighty.
Can I actually? Can I actually?
Immediately use it.
No, let's keep going. Yeah,
right,
let's go to the chapel and see if Lucretia's there because he told her we'd come say hey.
All right. You can leave the token where it is right now. As you approach the chapel itself is, as I said, shockingly intact. There's a bit of repairs happened here and there. A bit of the dome that is on top of it, because it's a chapel, kind of like the one that you saw in Amberwood Village. Slightly larger. The dome has been partially blown off though, but it's hanging just above the building in a perfect like perfect shape still. And as you approach, a couple of the people out here will see you approach and they will come towards you. Not hesitantly, not aggressively, but rather invitingly. And one of them opens her arms and she says, "More travelers, welcome. You found your way to the chapel of St. Gratia. I see you are without a guide. How did you manage to get here?"
We were invited by, I believe your, I suppose, leader, Lucretia. She invited us. We're the group known as Plan C. When all else fails, we got Plan C.
I'm afraid I am
Oh.
unfamiliar with your name, but if Lucretia has foreseen your coming, then you must be at the right place. Lucretia is in today.
I don't know if she foresaw our coveting. She spoke to. Well, anyway, where is she at?
She is inside, if you would be
Can
so
we talk
inclined.
to her? Yeah.
Absolutely. All are welcome.
I guess we'll go.
Just as we're walking in, what do these people look like? Are they half monster? Are they what are they looking like?
Completely human. Most of them have their heads shaven, but some of them
Okay.
retain their normal hair. But they
And they're
all
wearing
look.
like rags and stuff, right? Like they're not wearing.
Yeah, think of like a Shaolin monk, but then in a European monk's robe. So like
Yes.
tattered robe, shaven head, very like they don't seem to have any possessions other than the sandals that they probably wear and the robe. Some of them have a glowing delirium crystal around their neck.
Is it
But
purple
most of
or yellow?
well, the thing is, the ones that have delirium crystal around their neck it is purple and is only very subtly glowing. There are also a couple that don't have that necklace, but there you will see now that you know what to look for that they have a bit of a glow coming from beneath their clothing.
Oh, so they're all pretty much wearing delirium.
That will be an assumption that you can make.
Are there any kids?
Yes,
How young?
not a lot. Ages
9
4 to 12.
4 to
Ages
12.
4 to 12.
Oh, God.
Delirium
Alright.
Hellscape.
It's a
Ages 4 to
board
12.
game. It's a board game. Ages 4 to 12, guys.
Delirium, it's for the entire family.
Do they seem to
Right.
be like families or just like little orphans or like what? What's the vibe?
Now you see families here. So I mean, at least like from a first observation, you will see like mom, dad, two children, where like they kind of
Right.
look the same, and they're hanging out together. Um, there's not a lot of people
Right.
outside, but the ones that are outside, yeah, they this just looks like everyday society. Were it not for the fact that you're next to a huge
Interesting.
freaking crater.
Yeah. And the haze is gathered around the crater.
Oh
Can
yeah,
we
it's
see?
thick over here.
It's thick over here.
Yeah.
Jeez,
They're all
thick.
fine.
All
All the
right.
kids are fine. Okay.
Yeah.
That is
Um,
terrifying.
Although the kids
All
have
right.
that little purple glow underneath their clothing as well, by the way.
Oh no.
And there's not like
You
a
you
mountain.
started with kids. Like
I know, but I just wanted to know if this was like a cult where there's like families and shit, you know?
Yeah,
Like
it's a cult.
there's a surprising lack of
cult.
Kool-Aid, but otherwise
let's
you
look for
know,
Kurkisha and
people
say
get born into that shit.
say hello. I don't think they were born into this.
Don't drink any red purplish water around here. That's offer to you.
No
So you walk to the
Kool-Aid,
front door.
friends.
You walk to the front door and push it open, and as you do, there's a very small hallway that leads to two double doors with one door off to the side, and it seems that there's another hallway that breaks off towards the towards your left.
Can I
Right
have
in front of
my,
the double. Yeah.
Oh, hello, this dude. Can I have my my little jaguar or
Oh yeah. I always forget one. There's always one that I forget. There we go.
You're good. Thank you.
As you enter, you will see that in front of the double door is a guy that you have seen not too long ago over in the cathedral. Nathaniel is standing here. He is in quiet contemplation mentally, but as the doors open, obviously he will look and he will see all of you. The only thing he does is give you a very subtle smile.
Creepy.
Nathaniel, good to see you're doing well.
Welcome, Cerner Barlin, was it?
It was.
And I hope it still is. Welcome to the Chapel of St. Gresha. Have you come to seek knowledge?
Well, Lucretia did. Well, you were there. She did ask us to come down here and see the, I guess, see the impact for ourselves.
The crater is a sight to behold, but perhaps you are wise to visit us first, unless you've already been to the crater.
No, I'm here first.
I would imagine so. The crater is transformative in many ways, and a good understanding and guidance will help in better understanding what awesome powers are playing in the crater.
Yep. Is Lucretia around?
She is currently conducting a ceremony. I can quickly check for you if she is okay with you visiting.
Okay.
Sure. Give me one moment.
What?
And he walks inside.
Christian, what the heck is?
Do we
That's
see
just-
anything behind him as he opens the door? Or does he do it real sneaky like?
I think he slips through the door, but as it opens, you will hear that Lucretia is talking, and she's holding a sermon.
She's
Oh.
holding a sermon.
Yeah, you know the I mean, I can't compare this, but just by visual, like the Martin Luther King speech is the very powerful kind of this and that, and that's how it sounds. She is this is not the sweet old lady Lucretia that you talked to.
She sounds like she's in her element.
She sounds enigmatic, yes.
Okay.
As we come here to the crater, view out and see the delirium for what it is. It is our reckoning. It is our way forward, a new way of life for this world and this universe. Give yourselves to the delirium. Okay, I'm just,
Okay, anyway. She didn't have a southern accent, did she? I thought that was
No,
the
she
other
does
one.
not.
She does through this sermon.
I thought she did.
No,
Can I get a
No, that's,
hallelujah?
That's
Well, as a matter
the
of fact, it wouldn't be weird that she would have a southern accent because she used to be part of the Silver Order
Yeah, she
and
did.
she
use
Yeah.
to
defected.
be
So
part
it
of
wouldn't be
Silver Order.
beyond the realm of possibility to have a southern accent. So why not? Yeah.
well, you gave her a southern accent, if I recall, like when she was
Could
talking.
I usually like I don't remember what accent I have to people. It's just like it's
I
in here.
don't
Like
think
it's
you
like
did.
I
I
know
think
that
you
that's
just
how good
had
is
like
that.
a little, like a
Old lady, maybe it was just old lady
like an
voice.
old lady voice. I think she just had an old lady voice. I don't think.
Or I'm thinking probably of Philia. Philia has southern accent. That's who I was thinking.
Yeah.
Ophelia is very
Ophelia.
southern. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ophelia. All right. What's the verdict?
You are you are welcome to come on in, but we would request that you will remain quiet until the session is over, and then you can approach her and ask your questions that you are here for.
Okay,
fair.
sure. Let's listen to a
Wonderful.
sermon. Why not?
Come on in, he says. And as you come in, let me reveal that. You see a large circular room, which is roughly in the shape of the chapel. Surprise, surprise. You will recognize a few things. You've been in a couple of chapels now. You will recognize that this chapel is built circular, and it's built around one thing in particular in the middle, which is the brazier. Every chapel has a brazier where a fire is going, the eternal flame, which needs to be kept burning. The flame over here is also lit, but it is a purple-ish hue, vastly different from the normal fires, which are just fire colored. What is different about this chapel is that all around the brazier are stone slabs, the ones that you have seen in catacombs and whatnot, where bodies were laid in state or laid in rest.
That blood?
There is a bit of blood on a few of them, yes.
Oh no.
As you look
They're
around the
purple.
room,
Okay.
you see that Lucretia is currently standing on
Oh.
one of these slabs, and she's holding a sermon. And there is in total 6 people that are dressed in those robes that you have seen outside, that are currently standing around the brazier and listening very intently to Lucretia. And Lucretia is very powerfully speaking about an end of days. This is something you've heard her talk about before. Now, when the time comes that the meteor comes crashing down upon us, we must contemplate, is this the end of days? For surely it is not. We have noticed. And now, 15 years past, we once again stand at a crossroad, and we must once again consider, is the end coming now or is it not? And I will tell you, yes, the end is coming. It is coming for all of us. But there is salvation. Salvation in what is brought from the heavens. The meteor that lies just beyond this chapel is not our enemy. It is a gift that was given to the chosen ones, amongst which you are many. If you truly wish to abdicate
Yes.
yourself and save your soul for eternity, you must follow the teachings. Our youngest cult member. See, ages 4 to 12.
Oh no.
Delirium is for everyone.
Delirium is for... It's for
Connects the
kids.
whole, brings the family together, literally.
Brings the
Yeah.
family.
Conjoined kind.
I was gonna say like fused together like some weird amalgamation. Oh god. No. She looks at the 6 people that are gathered in front of her and she says, "You all have been on the path for some time. You have had your questions. You have had your wonderings, but yet you have cast your doubts aside and found your way to the city. You have donated, given away your earthly possessions, and you have decided that there is but one thing that is important in this life, and that is your transformation. To
Oh.
that end, you have made a new journey, a journey into the crater, and you have found what I have told each and every one of you to seek, and you have it with you now. For the last portion of your journey, we will begin to make this final step towards salvation. For this, we will need the awesome power of her whom this chapel was dedicated to. Saint Gresha looks down upon us and smiles. She agrees with this path forward, and it is she that will help you in this moment of truth. Saint Gresha, please join us. And you see the flame in the middle of this chapel light up, and in the flame, you suddenly see a ghostly figure appear. This ghostly figure looks feminine and is see through, as a ghost would be. She looks kind of like a very young version of Lucretia. It's not that they're like blood related or anything, but like robes wise and whatnot, it's kind of the same, just a lot younger. All of the cultists around the fire are in absolute awe as they see this ghostly apparition. And the ghostly apparition starts speaking in an echoey voice and says, "What was said today is true. There is but one way forward. You need to cleanse yourself of the troubles of the earthly possessions and the troubles of the earthly life, and you must submit yourself, your soul. You know the way, and you have what it takes. Take your positions."
I totally would look around for anyone that's kind of projecting this, or
Nesp also
Yeah.
probably still, maybe Nesp still has the invisibility on. I'm not sure. It's only an hour, and he will also look around and look at that thing and try to determine if it's arcane, if it's something else.
Sure. You won't see anything invisible right now. As far as projection or whatnot, let's say you would probably, as an artificer, would probably look at this from a more technical standpoint, where I think Atoli would look at it from a more magical standpoint, if I'm not mistaken. Um, Atoli, you can roll me an Arcana check. And for Nespip, let's make that
11.
All right.
That -4 is so sad.
It really is.
Give me an investigation check, Nespip, because you have some time.
That's a 19.
Okay. Both of you don't see any way that this is projected. So either the flame is doing something here, or option B, it might just really be a ghost.
I mean,
You notice that, yep.
I'll say like if we're all trying to get wigged out about ghosts, I mean we've seen a lot of weird stuff. Like that's not even the weirdest thing we've seen.
Yeah,
Fair.
no. Can I just kind of like do maybe just like a vibe check, like an insight check maybe of just like what is the vibe here? Like, are people nervous to be in here? Are they in
Oh,
awe? Are they like, is Lucretia like acting weird, or is she like lying to them in any way? Does she believe what she's saying? Like that kind of
That is
thing.
a lot to ask, but give me an insight check and see what we get. Like the higher you roll, the more I'll give you.
Okay.
yeah, 'cause that actually is good. That's actually a good thought. Like, are they intimidated to be there, or are they there because they like are
I didn't get
passionate
very
about it?
much. 13.
With a 13, I'll give you something. They are enthralled by what is happening here, and that leaves the further explanation really up to your own discretion. Like, they don't
Right.
look scared, But people that are enthralled could be enthralled for various reasons, and that is very hard to tell. That they are enthralled is very certain.
She's very convincing. She's got
Yeah,
her cult leader persona turned on.
yeah.
Okay, all right.
So as this spirit says that everyone needs to get ready, you notice that all of the cultists actually take a position around the room on these stone slabs.
I knew it was coming. It's like
They
it's too
lay
convenient.
down. Do they lay down?
All of them do.
Shit.
As all of them lay down,
Do they lie on
Lucretia
the ones that
steps.
have blood on them?
Just like I mean, I picked those because like you pointed it out. I was like, yeah, well, why not? Let's put them on those.
Oh my god.
Lucretia stands closer to the brazier and she says, "Present your offering."
I don't know.
And you see that all of them actually rip open their clothing.
Oh shit! It's this kind of party. Okay.
It's no longer family friendly.
Like
All of them.
just to show the delirium thing, or
No, bare chest.
bare chest. Okay, are they all women?
Please.
Yeah.
Okay. Boobs out, I guess. See the nipple.
In this case, they're all women. Yeah. Why not? And beyond that, all of them produce a thin, what seems to be wand, almost like a little stick. It looks ornamental and it's black. But at the top of it is a delirium crystal.
But
they're not going to put that in their chest, are they?
You know they are.
All of them grab the handle firmly, turn the crystal towards their chest, and hold it right above where their heart is.
Oh, God.
And Lucretia looks over at the ghostly apparition and smiles as she looks around the room and catches all of your eyes. As she gives you a knowing look, she nods at you like, it's good of you, like, it's good that you're here.
Brian will nod back.
And she says, "Save yourselves." And as she says that, all of them plunge the delirium crystal right into their hearts. There is some discomfort around the room, as you might imagine. I've never personally stabbed anything into my heart. Some of your characters already have with the Aqua Expurgo. I can imagine it's not pleasant.
So yeah. Ivy is going to like make a movement to go help and then stop herself.
Okay.
She's like wanting to heal, like wanting to be like she sees people hurting themselves and is like, "What are you doing?"
Understandable.
You're not doing the harm.
It takes but a.
You're still fine.
It takes but a second before the pain stops.
Stops.
And well, I mean, like all of them, just they make a sound and like that's that.
Okay.
There is a complete silence in the chapel for, say, 10 seconds.
Oh, no.
After which Lucretia says, "Now rise, children. You have atoned. You have atoned for whatever is happened in your mortal life, and you are now reborn. You are safe, and you have cleansed yourself. Rise." And all 6 of them, almost in unison, sit up.
Okay.
All 6 of them have a glowing purple glow coming from their chest.
No, it's not a necklace. It's not a fucking necklace. Oh,
Yeah.
I hate this. I hate this a lot. I hate this a lot.
And all 6 of them get off the slabs and join together in front of the fire.
Is the stick the delirium was attached to still like there, or do they break it off?
No, they break that off. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh shit.
And they hand these back to Lucretia, after which she says, "You have done very well. It is a difficult step, but a necessary one. Now go out and help your fellow brothers and sisters. Be one with them. They will know what your sacrifice is that you have done today. Join with them. You have deserved and earned your place amongst our ranks." All 6 of them bow towards Lucretia and then walk out, passing all of you. They do so silently, and they all look to the ground. They don't look at you.
Do they still have their boobs out?
They will sort of like try to like put the clothing back,
Cover.
but there's no
Okay.
needle and thread here, so it's like hanging. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm okay with
God.
this.
And they will pass by.
Seeing that the delirium like fuse with them, is it just a stone stuck in there, or like did
As you,
anything really special happen, or is it yeah?
Yeah.
if you look at it, you will see that the delirium itself is just gone. There's a little scar there. The skin has fused over it.
And there's like light under their skin.
Yeah.
Oh my god. When Lucretia had that necklace, she had a necklace, right? It wasn't
she
under her
still
skin.
has. She has a golden piece of delirium around her neck.
We've
Okay.
seen some people with necklace. We've seen some with the glow under the chest, and I think
Right.
we've even heard that they infuse themselves with delirium. So
All right.
Yeah, you got
That
three
makes
flavors.
sense.
You got the ones that have the purple glow coming from their chest. You got the ones with the delirium crystal around their neck, which is glowing a lot less. And then you have what Lucretia has, the golden
Delirium.
the
Around
golden
her
delirium
neck.
around her neck as a necklace.
And we
Yeah.
haven't really seen if she has something glowing under her chest or not.
Oh, she's covered up.
Yeah, she's totally covered up. Like, she's a holy woman.
And an
Good
old lady at
God!
that, so yeah.
And an old lady, yes. A prude, if you will.
is the ghost still there?
Yeah, it's still floating there, but Lucretia, instead of paying any mind to her, walks towards all of you. I am glad that you were witness to all of this.
What?
You have
Yeah,
now
that,
seen the
that
awesome power of what we have.
You gotta
Sometimes,
yeah,
stop.
that's certainly
sometimes-
something.
You gotta stop calling it awesome.
Sometimes sacrifices are required for rebirth.
Are
Wise
they gonna
words.
be okay?
More than okay. They have saved themselves.
Like, they're immune from the haze or something? Or.
That and so much more.
And they just. I mean, anyone could do this? Just. Or do they have to do stuff before? Do they prepare their bodies in some way? Or, like.
I see you are interested, and it's
No,
understandable.
I mean, that's your thing. I'm not gonna do it, but I am curious. I'm a
She
bit of a
wiggles-
healer, and I just wonder
She
what
waggles
the
a delirium
what are the
dagger at you. You want some?
what are the what are the
Just a taste.
what are the steps to this? Like, what? How does the body handle it? Like, isn't it toxic?
Initially, yes. You have a lot of questions, and that's understandable and good. I'm glad that you are here to ask your questions. I can answer all of them. You see, for now, you do not wish to partake, and I am not here to convince you. I will simply say that the proof will come eventually, and it will not be too late for you to then make your choice. There is still time. I will never force a choice on you. If you wish to save your soul, that is up to you, not up to me. That being said, there are a few steps to what we do. We ask of everyone to rid themselves of their earthly possessions. This is not a necessity, but this is more to keep the peace and order in our ranks. Those who wish to truly join us will join us from nothing. It makes us equal. If you do not wish to join us, but you would still like to save your soul, this is a step you can avoid. We have helped countless others that have not joined our ranks but did believe in our teachings in that way. You see, what you're saving is not your body. Your body is temporarily. It's temporary. You can use it for the allotted time that you have been given, and that's that. What's so much more important is what houses inside of your body, your soul. And once your soul leaves your body, it needs to be safe. Safe and secure against whatever might impede its travel to the afterlife. I know it's hard to believe, but what has happened to Drakkenheim The meteor that came down here is really but a herald of the doom that is to come and to follow after. This is the end time. There will be a final ending. And the ending is dark and full of shadows. Had to say it.
I was about to say.
Yeah. The ending is dark, but there is a way to fight the dark itself through the power of light. The light in our souls, but we can only do that if we combine our souls through the power of delirium. In that way, delirium is a gift to all of us. There is enough to save humanity and all others that wish to partake. Should you wish to join this ritual, you will have to go into the crater. It is a pilgrimage. Inside the crater, you must follow your senses, whichever you wish to follow your eyes, your ears, your nose, your feeling. And you will find a piece of delirium that is shaped in the shape of your soul. You will bring this piece of delirium with you, and you will join it, body and delirium, through the ritual that you saw here. And then, and only then, is your soul safe from what is to come.
What's the survival rate of that process?
Those who are deemed worthy will survive the process, and you'd be surprised at how many people that is. Most of them, actually. There is
That's
the occasional mishap, but, well, the world does work the way that it does, and unfortunately, we cannot save everyone.
that's actually the reason why we're here. So we were looking to see this for ourselves. Is there any advice you could give as we go in to the?
You wish to undertake the pilgrimage?
No.
I'm going. Yeah, I will. I feel like I need to see the
We wish to
meteor for
enter the
myself.
crater, but we're not doing
feel
it
like-
for your
I feel
ritual.
like I need to see the meteor for myself.
A daring first step and an understandable one. Know that the crater and the meteor are not just a mere crater and meteor. The world, as we know it, is about to come to an end, but before it does, it will transform into what is down in the crater. It is a land of horrors, and you would do well to steel yourself against it. Still, you are a powerful group from what I understand. You have already made your mark in this city, and your chances of survival are thereby larger than most people that we send into the crater. If you are going to go down there,
I'm muted. Do people not come back from that pilgrimage?
most people do. Some unfortunately don't.
I have a
Some
feeling that the
people,
pilgrimage is what is more dangerous than the actual process that we just saw. Is what my feeling is.
you see, some people travel to Drakkenheim and get murdered on the road by roadmen who try to steal their wallet. Some people get killed in Drakkenheim because they get ambushed by these hyenic creatures that you have defeated near the cathedral. Some people get robbed blind by the Queen of Thieves' men and then left for dead in the streets. Some are fed to the rats, and so on and so forth.
Yes.
We cannot save everyone, but the ones that we can, we do.
And
There,
and the process for finding that your own shard, it's just walking in there and like seeing which one
Like feeling around,
fits,
yeah.
or is there something more special to that?
Unfortunately, we haven't had much time to really get acquainted, but drawing from my senses and the brief time that we were able to talk, Mr. Nespip, was it?
Yes.
You are one that believes in the power of logic and deduction.
Yeah.
You decide that science goes before religion and that fact goes before faith.
I believe it's important to understand things before blindly trusting them. That said, many things you've said so far are what we are seeing happening and foreseeing happening from a more scientific state. And what I'm not religious, I don't think just saying this will be a salvation or anything is the right thing to do. But looking at what you do, it works. For some reason, it works. So I'm really interested to know why it works.
Science and religion are not each other's enemy, and they never have been. Science is just young, where religion is not. And where science still tries to understand and compartmentalize that which has already been written for so many years in the annals of faith, faith already has an answer. Science just tries to methodically prove it, write it down differently, and make it understandable for those that do not wish to hang themselves up to faith. It's understandable, and I do not look down upon it. It is just a different approach.
So there would nothing be speaking against it if I were to try to write this down as the first person.
There is nothing wrong with writing down what your path is to your pilgrimage. Now, your pilgrimage may differ from others, and it will, because you will use your senses. If you do not, you will not succeed. Which senses you need to use is something I cannot dictate for you. You will have to trust your own senses. I know this is hard, but even someone like you can do that.
You can't give us any advice to reach the meteor safely.
Be careful of anything that moves.
All right. Fair enough.
You're not actually wanting to go down there.
Yeah.
You're asking the Barden, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Your funeral.
I'm also thinking about going down there.
Yeah, I ain't.
Figuring out what that is,
Oh.
and also we need that thing for the other thing.
Totally. That's why
Nope.
I asked you to trust.
Nope.
I want to.
I need
I
you
want
with
to
me.
go down there to get the piece of delirium to give to the pale man to have him talk to us. But
Are you openly discussing this in front of her?
No, we're not. We're not openly discussing this. We're not.
Okay.
Yeah. But the we're going to end the conversation with a totally say, you're thinking about going down there. Yes. And then Nesbitt goes, I'm thinking about it too. That's where the conversation ends.
I mean, I would say what I would say in front of her. I wouldn't censor it.
Okay.
Ivy's not super careful with her words like that. She's not.
Well, in that case, Lucretia will look at you and say, well, I understand that there might be other reasons for you to go down in the crater. Might I offer a suggestion instead? If you are going down there anyways, why not consider the pilgrimage? You don't have to have that as your prime reason to go down there. But what if you're down there and you find a piece of delirium inexplicably tied to you? You sense a connection to it. Why not take it with you?
That's fair.
Also
Keep it
see
in
nothing
mind.
wrong with that.
Except for the fact
So
that all delirium is, seems right because it wants to be part of you.
And at this point, the ghost above the brazier comes
Oh
closer.
shit. She's still there.
Yeah.
Ah! Does she come
I,
through me?
I swing out of
Yes.
reflex.
Ivy shivers and turns around and faces her.
Yeah, it feels like a bit of cold mist on your face as she like just goes right through you. And she looks at Atoli and she says, "And why, Atoli, would you think that the delirium wants to be part of you?"
Because it merges with your body?
Yes, your body as well.
Oh.
And I have first-hand accounts of seeing something like that happen, so I'll pass.
We cannot save everyone, the ghost says, but I have come back from my deep and long slumber to aid Lucretia in her job.
Yeah, you look strikingly a lot like her too.
We used to be sisters of the same faith,
Yet that
and now we are again.
That you convinced a ghost to change her faith? A saint ghost?
Or did the ghost convince her?
Yeah, which way was it?
Lucretia smiles, and before she answers, the ghost actually speaks, and she says, "Lucretia was first. It was Lucretia who saw the coming of the meteor. She warned against it, and then she also warned that this meteor was more than just devastation. Nobody listened to her, and they kicked her out. Now, see what happens around you. See these poor women, children, men that are standing outside the chapel, that are safeguarded from the devastation, that can build a new life, and that when the darkness comes, are the soldiers against the darkness, their souls finally bringing light to all of it."
So you're saying
Say,
they're an army, even though the entire world is ending. It's not just salvation they're fighting for.
it is a manner of speaking. They will not have to fight. The radiance of their souls is preserved through the delirium, and
No.
once we have enough of it, it will burnish the darkness.
I'm out.
Suit yourself.
Trisha, I guess if you can't give us any guidance on making our way through the crater, our only option is to just start off. Where should we go to start?
There is no good path down the crater, but the easiest route is just beyond the chapel, and she gives you directions for it. You will still need to scale down. Once you've done that, you will have to traverse the path of the meteor down there. It'll be difficult to find your way. The haze down there will obscure your vision tremendously. The ground is oddly shaped in many ways. There are puddles of liquid delirium that you need to avoid. All in all, it is hard to give you actual directions.
Yeah, and in all of that mess, you're looking for one singular little piece to merge with. That's, yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is why it's called faith.
Yeah. I don't
One
have it.
needs to believe.
All right. Guess. I guess. I guess we gotta get started.
Before you do, I understand that there is a division between your group members on taking the pilgrimage and not. Now, again, I am not here to convince you. I'm simply telling you what it is we do. But am I correct to understand, Sir Nabarlan, that you are indeed interested in this pilgrimage?
If the pilgrimage is going to see the meteor, then I suppose it is, but I'm not sure. If I'm
Do you
doing a
wish to see
pilgrim,
this through?
yeah,
Come closer.
okay.
Shit.
She puts a hand on your chest.
I,
And she
no,
gives you
I
a
don't.
very.
And
No.
No,
Okay,
if
go
you
ahead,
if
go
you
ahead.
step away, if you step away, you can. She's
No,
not holding you back.
I'm gonna ask her. What are you doing?
I'm helping you.
Okay.
And she gives you a warm smile as you feel. You know that feeling of sitting next to a radiator when you're really cold. That the feeling of a hot shower when you're cold. You feel that for a second as her hand glows subtly for a second.
You've contracted 1 level of contamination.
No, she's just cast Death Ward on you.
I was gonna say, I was like, is it Death Ward? I feel like
Yeah.
it's gonna be Death Ward.
What's death board?
It's
The
when
first
if
time you drop to 0 hit
to-
points, you drop to 1,
yeah.
and then the spell ends.
My staff actually, more the phylactery has the ability to cast that once a day. I haven't picked anyone to cast it on
Right.
yet, but
I would assume with your carefulness that you have demonstrated so far in Drakkenheim, you need not use this, but in case you do, I do hope that you find your way back safely. For those that wish to undertake the pilgrimage are worthy of its bounty.
Death Ward's
Thank
a
you.
fucking cool spell. I really like that spell.
Thank you, Lucretia.
You're welcome.
We don't have a cleric, so that would be what the cleric would be doing.
Nathaniel, can you show them to the route up to the crater? And Nathaniel nods and says, all right then, follow me.
It lasts for 8 hours, by the way.
Yes,
Well, we can get in and out in 8 hours. Let's do it.
that should be doable. Do you have any final questions for Lucretia, or are you guys leaving?
If she's got another aid, then I.
Is that ghost disappearing? It's just going back to the fire and just chilling, or like
It's hovering above it, like sort of just like in silent contemplation. She's still there if you want to talk to it.
if they do fail the ritual, as in like they stab themselves with delirium and die or something, or get contaminated, what happens to them? What do you do with them?
If they follow the ritual, they will not die. You will have seen it firsthand here that they do not.
You said some people don't make it though.
It's when
they
they
do
go
not
to the
complete the
meteor.
ritual.
Oh, because they don't complete it. Okay.
If you encounter something down there that destroys you, then there's not much that we can do.
Right. Okay.
It is a
Okay,
fickle
but
balance.
if you get to the part where you stab yourself with delirium, there's 100% survival rate.
Yes.
Interesting.
Inside
Do
check.
it with the kid.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah. Actually, inside check. Actually, that's a good idea.
That's a 6.
Oh,
yeah,
15.
apparently. The ghost felt very that answer came out like that. So that must be true then. Probably.
Okay. And then finally, I just want to ask her about the kids. How young do you let the people do the ritual? How young do you have to be? I'm assuming there's like 5-year-olds out there. You're not letting them stab themselves with delirium, right? They're kids.
Lucretia says, "No, of course not. We let the parents do that. Safety first, you know.
Safety first.
No sharp objects around children.
Oh, I had to make that.
No, but what did
fair
she
question though.
say? Yeah.
Lucretia will come back and she will she has these really old like hag hands, like almost, right? So she holds one of your hands with your permission, and she just warmly smiles as she pats the top of it and she says, "There's a lot of good in you for asking this. But let me answer your question with a question. How old does a soul need to be before it's deemed worthy for saving?
I mean, I'm just talking about, like, it's a really dangerous journey into that crater. You're not making 5-year-olds do that, are you?
We have had families that go down there and come back up together. Yes.
God. That's insane.
When they are alone, we usually do send a guide with them.
Right. That's the least you could do. I pulled my hand away. I thank you for the information, I guess, but I don't know if
Good
this
luck,
is for
child.
me.
You will learn when the time is right.
All right, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Oh, Fritz, yeah, you go to that side room.
Yeah, I just want to
Oh,
have a
shit.
quick peek.
If there's any gems on some eyeballs.
Yes.
There's a long hallway over there that seems to go up.
Fizzle, if this is happening while the conversation is taking place, he will have her fly up there and have a quick peek. That's just a balcony.
There's a balcony that looks down onto the chapel floor. You have a
Oh,
good
right,
vantage
right,
point of
right.
everything.
All right. In that case, that's it.
Okay.
Let's go.
You are going outside of the chapel, and Nathaniel will lead you to the crater's edge.
All right. Crater's Edge, baby. Let's
As
do
you
it.
are moving over there, shall we take 5 minutes so I can get that map ready and get some water?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sounds good. See you in a bit.
Okay.
GA, I had a feeling you'd be like wanting to nope out. That's why I actually did prepare that speech to try and that because I know it's going to be a tough decision to.
If he had rolled better, perhaps, but the daily roll said absolutely fucking not.
Nebron's going. Okay, we can. We can have a discussion like yes, everybody, but Nebron's going to really press into this is not so much a pilgrimage. This is something that he needs you, like as a friend,
It's not
come
happening.
with him.
It's not happening.
That sucks. That sucks.
The dice giveth and the dice taketh away.
Is it the dice just like he disagrees to everything today? I know because I've gathered that the dice is kind of like a mood ring or something.
It's yes, in essence, yes. I mean, be glad it wasn't one lower.
In this case, I really need you to stay here. Do not come with me at all.
Let me put it this way. If it was one lower,
yeah,
there would have been burnt ham on that bridge.
okay.
And quite possibly a burnt assembly here as well.
That's well. We'll take the little blessings. How about the little blessings?
We'll take the small wins. Yeah,
Small wins. Small wins. Because Nabarlan, I can tell you this: Nabarlan's not. He is not looking to do this, but he is pretty adamant to get to see the meteor.
And that's fair, but like the entirety of Atali's skin is basically crawling being near these cultists.
That's why we gotta get away from him. Gotta go on the meteor.
Yeah, going deeper into their place of everything is.
Think of how many people you could save if you go in there and convince them to leave.
Save a lot of people just blowing Lucretia up as well.
I don't think it'd be that easy though.
I don't think so either, but.
And maybe Nabarlan has thoughts on doing just that, but requires him to go to the meteor.
By all means.
You could go down there and then be away from them. It'd be okay. Be all right. Don't worry about it. It's okay.
Yes, the meteorite is safe.
Yeah, right.
Are you really gonna not come with us?
Yep.
You're just gonna stay back?
No.
Pull a Fritz?
Yep.
All right. I guess you have the.
If you are all quite
prerogative.
literally like going to descend, Atoli's just going to fly away.
Well, maybe
Go
we
back
can
to the
think
clock
about.
tower.
Well, if you're going to do that, we can set up a place to meet after we get out.
He'll probably be at the clock tower.
Go kill the Minotaur. Go have your own little battle.
Get some steak.
Swear, if you go kill his minotaurs, and we do not have a steak dinner prepared when we get back,
I'll go hang out with my rats.
the rats.
Yes.
Yes.
They'll keep me company and work for me.
Alrighty. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Heck yeah, baby.
Or Christian's back.
As you are moving just beyond the chapel, and you look in front of you, you see that the earth itself is looking strange. Instead of just a flat road, you notice that there is a bit of a bulge in the earth. The meteor itself has displaced a lot of earth around the city, but the crater itself has indeed created a bit of a crater wall that you will need to scale. But as you're getting a little closer and you're walking on this side a little bit, with Nathaniel as your guide, you're brought to a part where a building seems to have been split completely in half. Looking through this split in the building, you can see a relatively easy path down, and it is the first time that you can actually see into the crater. It is an absolutely marvelous, if not horrendous, look. You see an amalgamation of purple mist swirling about, crackling with arcane energy. These are not delirium lightning blasts, but rather just energized magic. The very essence of magic itself is at play here. The crater itself seems to be massive, but it's hard to tell its exact size because of two reasons. One, the haze is especially thick over here, and it will be obscuring your vision if you go down there. But secondly, there's something funny happening with your perspective if you're looking at it. Because of the nature of the haze and the thickness of it, it is playing tricks on your eyes. You're not seeing anything in the mist per se, but it's just hard to focus on it. Nathaniel will stop and turn to all of you and say, "This is where my guidance stops. From here on out, you will have to do it yourself. The easiest way down is here. You will need to scale down a bit, but you do not need actual climbing equipment in order to do so. On the other side, you will have to scale down using ropes and pittons. Here, if you tread carefully, it is possible to walk down. Whatever you find down there, be ready for it. We often say that whatever you run into is a test. But as you might imagine, we'd rather have people not be tested too harshly. The test of coming to Drakkenheim and to the chapel of St. Gresha is more than enough for us already. But unfortunately, the crater itself spawns creatures that are very dangerous. You would do well to watch out, trust your senses. And if you are considering the pilgrimage, which of course I very dearly hope you do, if not just to save yourself for what is to come. Know that all you need to do is to trust your senses. You can do it.
Um,
Do you have any
is there
questions?
is there any advantage to stealth in this area? Are there creatures who will be more attracted to loud sounds or
As we glance over to the gnome and heavy armor.
I mean, I have
Clink,
the
clink,
only thing I
clink,
have
clink.
is I have Pass Without a Trace that I can cast, so I'm just wondering if that's worth casting.
I would say, with my limited knowledge of adventuring, as I am not an adventurer, I'd say that anything that would obscure your presence there might help you survive better. So I would definitely consider, yes. Most
Okay.
people go down there without any magical means, without any equipment, without anything really, and they come back. So it is not impossible. But there's nothing wrong with increasing your chances of survival, is there? He says with a little
Yeah,
smirk.
for sure.
That's actually, I mean, people go in there without anything, come back. Like it's not.
But we're also like a big group. Like if they go in like pairs or in groups of 3, they're probably going to be sneakier.
Well, we're not that big of a group. One of our guys
Most
is
people go.
invisible.
Have a she makes a sidelong glance to the giant robot.
Fair, fair, fair.
Most people go in alone, but we've had families that go down here as well. 4, 5, 6, 8 of them at a time. Chances of survival are better when they're alone, though. But
Yeah, for sure.
Well, that's not
Uh,
gonna be a problem.
Totally.
oh right, Atoli, you don't want to.
Atoli taps himself and then
yourself and
levitates a little bit,
gets
looking at the
fuck
group,
out.
and then
Okay.
flies off towards the clock tower.
Well, before you
Alright.
go, I
He's
guess.
already gone.
He's gone.
you're such an asshole today, but hey, your role, you know. Uh,
He will not entertain this cultist shit.
Fritz, are you with us?
Of course, I would never abandon you.
That's our boy. That's our boy. Come on, boy. Let's go.
Alright,
Alright.
well, I'll cast Pass Without a Trace on the rest of us.
Perfect.
And we can go.
So we don't need any. We can just go down. We don't need a.
Well, it just adds a +10 to our stealth check when we.
No, I meant
when we
like
do
to
a
go
stealth check.
to actually get down because he said we didn't need any climbing gear.
Right.
'cause-
Yes, he did say that we didn't need anything.
you can just walk down there, but watch out. It is very unstable, the area over there. So I wish you good luck, he says, and he walks back to the chapel. Totally. One more thing before you you fly off. Like, how high do you fly?
Below the danger zone.
Okay, that's basically hovering because there is like a blanket of like eldritch lightning. Not too like this is like almost like on.
Oh yeah, but
crater.
like when he's out of this area.
Right. Okay, then that is possible.
Yeah, we're
It's
assuming
like
you can see.
This
you can
this
see where
area,
that
yeah,
starts.
this area is somewhat dominated by the cultists, so there's no really threat here. But as soon as he's out in the bigger Drakkenheim, he's gonna get out of danger reach, basically, but still below the get struck by lightning height.
Threading the needle for sure.
All right.
You drop in Blondie too.
Didn't. Oh, I forgot. See, I always forget one.
All
There
right,
you are.
let's go. I suppose. Ivy will start walking forward.
Yeah, I mean, while he's walking, the Braun's gonna say, start saying a little prayer. He might as well.
Nespe will give Tali the command to basically look out for any delirium he likes, just as a thought experiment. Because Tali isn't completely independent, but he also has independent capabilities. And yeah, just to see how that works.
As you are going down, you don't need to scale this place, but it is like a slope, very much so, and there is like loose rocks and sand and whatnot. I will require one check instead of a whole bunch. The one check that I require over here is an athletics check to see if you can just like safely make it down.
Nabarlin does have a climbing speed, if that matters.
If you have a climbing speed, you automatically succeed.
Okay. Blondie, I
Just
suppose.
one
Good.
question. I assumed all the crystals that are up here outside the crater are just decoration and not actually there, like this one.
They are like very embedded into the wall of like you can try and get them out, but that would require excavation almost.
All right.
Yeah, but they are there.
Fizzle sighs disappointedly.
Nesbip uses Flash of Genius to get at least a 12 for the check.
That is not enough. Ivy 14 also not enough.
Shit, y'all.
It's an 8 for Fritz.
Heslo got real bad. He got a 6.
So
Blondie glides
All
down.
falling down.
and Tali doesn't have a climbing speed or something either, right?
Oh right.
No.
Where's he?
Maslow is an animal, so he's got the 4 legs, so there's something.
Yeah.
But
How does
he
Maslow not
did
have a
really
climbing
bad.
speed? He's a panther.
I don't know. Let me
Panthers are
check.
very bad at climbing.
Really?
Yeah, if you run from a panther, like this is one of those will never happen scenarios. But if you ever find yourself in Africa and you have to run from a panther, go up a tree.
Interesting.
No, he
Yeah, that
he
that
does.
whole that
He
whole
does
Jungle
have a
Book shit that they
climbing
like lie
speed.
in a. Does
He
he?
does. He has a climbing speed of 40 feet.
Oh,
All right,
he
there you go.
automatically succeeds. But no, that whole thing with Jungle Book of Bagheera, what is his name? Like
Yeah.
lying on the tree branch and whatnot. Like lions and whatnot can do that if it's like very low. Anything higher, they can't climb a tree. They can sort of like do a jump. That's what they can do. Nothing more.
Panthers
He's got a
Oh,
climbing. He's got a climbing speed of 40 feet. So
That was
yeah.
almost bad.
Yeah, so Maslow succeeds.
Holly almost had a critical fail.
Polly, no.
Tali gets an 8 in total, I think, which is
But-
still.
Panthers climb
Oh,
He
with
has a
momentum,
plus
don't
6 to his strength. Good God.
Sorry?
they? Panthers climb with momentum.
Yeah, so that's the only thing they can do. If they have like a rush, they can jump that, and that's really it. Like they can't
I
keep
mean,
climbing.
Yeah, but they put their claws in just like cats do, and then still using that momentum to
Yeah,
actually
he's
carry
like a
them.
jungle cat. He can do some climbing.
Yeah, but like
He
after a
made it.
couple, like they lose the momentum, and that's
Oh,
as far
yeah.
as they can get. They
But
can't go up a tree.
if they manage to reach a branch though,
Yeah, then they can
That's-
get onto the branch.
yeah.
That's possible. But
and
not-
then they
nothing,
go
nothing
from
higher.
branch to branch like that.
Hmm.
Trust me, I've spent
Alright,
hours
well-
watching our cats climb.
Okay, well, what happens to everybody here?
Maslow's fine, but I am not, and neither is anybody else. How do we do here?
So, what this means is Nabarlin and
no.
Maslow, you will make it safely down to the crater base. And you can decide where that actually is at the bottom. For everyone else, Blondie, of course, also. But
They're down here.
everyone else sort of like slides down. You luckily don't take any damage,
Oh.
but you do slide all this way.
And you do manage to attract everything.
As you come down here, you are
And that's
basically
where that's
sliding
still.
right through into the thick haze. And even with the air bubble, I will require a Constitution saving throw of everyone that is here.
Even the
Oh,
ones who
no.
have already done one?
Mhm.
All right.
Yep. The Constitution saving throw for the normal D pace is once per hour. Down here, it is once per 10 minutes.
Oh,
What?
that's fun.
10 minutes! Fuck!
Yes.
Okay.
Ivy, I think that
I did real bad.
That's a 17
let's
for
see
me.
how Maslow does.
I believe a 17 is fine. Let me quickly check.
17 as well.
I also used another luck
Oh,
point.
I guess and Blondie. Let me get
No,
that.
Maz! No. Me and Maz both did terribly.
Blondie got 13.
Oh.
All right.
Why am I so
For those of you
bad?
below a 15, which is Blondie, which is Fritz, which is Maslow, which is Ivy.
No, Fritz was
Yeah.
a 17.
Oh, yeah, 17. Okay, so you're fine. You all get a level of contamination.
Okay, that's my second level.
And I need to check one more thing. Where is it? There it is. You all take 10 necrotic damage.
The ones who failed.
The ones who failed, yes.
I'm going to immediately heal Maslow. I'm gonna do a level 1 cure wound or healing word on him, I guess. I don't have cure wounds, but we'll do a level 1 healing word.
Yeah, and Nebron's going to offer berries to anyone who wants it.
Okay. 8 back for Maslow, so he has
-2 then.
yeah, -2 to him. I don't know how to do that to his health. Oh wait, here it
I can.
is. Okay, good, thank you. And then I will just take the 10.
Oh, actually, I completely
Yeah.
forgot. Fritzl has exhaustion, so it's only a 15 for him.
You still barely save.
Oh, close. Yeah, maybe it's
Nebron-
good that Atoli's not down here with his -4 to all of his.
Speaking about
Braun
that, if
will-
he's back at the tower, could he rest some of that exhaustion off if he's spending the day there?
Yeah, you'd have to take a long rest, but
I don't think you can take a long rest.
No,
within
I'm gonna like
hours of waking up.
it's gonna depend on when you guys are back as well, obviously.
Yeah.
Nebron's
If we're
going to
back.
offer berries to anybody who wants it. Anybody wants
Mazel will
berries.
take a couple.
Okay.
He just needs 2. And then he's back at
Okay.
the full.
as you take in your surroundings, this is beyond anything you might have imagined. It is a barren wasteland down here. The idea that you're still in a city is probably at this point almost a lingering thought. This looks like post apocalyptic in true fashion. For what you can see,
yeah.
and it is not much as you have a very limited vision, your vision is limited to 30 feet. What you can see is rubble upon rubble upon rubble. Near you, however, you also notice that there is a large pool of weird sludge, which is purple octarine in color. It looks watery, but it also looks a little thicker than that. But from what you can tell, as it is within 30 feet, it definitely looks like a pool of something. It emanates a warmth.
Pass Without a Trace is gone, by the way.
Oh.
Great. Well, you got into the crater sneakily, so that's something.
Yeah.
Falling sneakily.
Gracefully.
So sneakily.
I think as we move forward, I think when we get close to that 10-minute mark, Ivy, I think it might be the time to use that neutralizing field.
Yeah, I have stuff for that, for sure.
Good.
Are there
That's
any
a good idea.
crystals?
We should have done it before we got in here. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. God damn it.
No, it's good. We
We're not going to spend more than an hour down here, obviously.
There are crystals along the walls, which are a little up, so you'd have to either fly or climb to get to them. At the ground level, it is picked clean. It seems that you're not the first to take this route into the crater, nor are you the first to try and take any crystals with you.
Okay.
All right. Guess we'll
Fritz
go
will keep
deeper
an
in,
eye out on
right?
any crystals, even the ones on the walls that are significantly sized.
Sure.
Say the ones that are 1,000 and more. So
Sure. There will be plenty, trust me.
none right now.
No.
Okay.
All right. We're going deeper in. We need another map.
Almost, yeah. As you are moving inwards from where you dropped down.
We're probably sneaking, right? So,
Sure. Can you roll me a perception check, whoever feels inclined to do so?
I'll do it.
Roll
All
one.
right.
24.
9.
All right. Nibarlin,
22.
Nibarlin, and Ivy. Both of you notice that within your 30 feet vision, that pool towards your right started to move. And as you look over at what actually comes out of that pool, you feel a cold shiver going down your spine. This is something beyond what you might have imagined down here. This is definitely not what you signed up for. As the water parts and this creature bursts through, you're looking at a absolutely giant crystallized creature.
Oh no. Things are bad, guys. It's bad here. It's bad here.
So Fritz, again, what were those words you said before? I would never abandon you.
I would never abandon
Well, see
you.
about it
Fritz
that way.
casts
It's not
fly and runs
abandoning
away.
if they're already dead.
Yeah, it's a tactical retreat at that point.
It's a
Yes.
tactical retreat. Oh shit. Do we have to roll initiative?
Let's go ahead and roll
or
for
are we
initiative.
doing this?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I'm actually
No, we are doing this.
I'm actually glad I'm not there.
Ah! Oh, we're gonna fucking die.
Oh, it rolled a 21.
Because we ran from this
I
bastard
rolled a
last time we
12.
met one.
Yep.
Oh, we did, didn't we?
Yep. We never
all
we
They
right.
never
very rarely come outside of the crater.
But we
Let's
met
see
one.
what we can do
That's
for
correct.
Initiative. I don't think it has anything to
There we go.
initiative.
That's a 12 for me.
Oh, there it is.
Uh-oh.
That's the roll so low.
Why are you rolling with my dice?
Oh my god.
Who?
Maslow.
Massa didn't roll with your dice. You
My
rolled with
dice came
mine.
up. No, it came up on my screen. Looked like my dice.
Oh, I don't think it did on mine.
It looked like mine on mine.
It looked like mine on mine. That's weird. Alright, well, he has a 4 initiative, which is terrible. We all rolled so bad. We all rolled 12s. What the fuck? Who has the best stuff? Dexterity.
Probably
Navarro, what's your
Darling.
dexterity?
I had 3, so but I still just got 12. So
No, but your dexterity is +3.
yeah.
Mine is also +3. Is yours a 17 or a 16? Or a
What?
15? What's the number of your dex?
Oh, 16. 16.
We have the same dex. Should we do rollies?
let's do
At that
roll
point,
it.
you can just pick. Or you can roll, whatever you want.
Well,
Rollies,
ladies
rollies,
first.
rollies!
All right, we can do rollies then. All right.
I'm rolling it.
10.
I got an 8!
So then it is in the order that it is right now, I think.
Yeah.
All right. This humongous crystallized humanoid, like it looks like a human that has just been grown tremendously out of
Oh my
proportion, just
God.
warped by the delirium.
This is terrible.
And it looks
What's
over to all of you, and you can see where his eyes once were. There are 2 large crystals that are poking out of its once eyes. And with that, it actually looks towards Nibarlan, who is the closest, and you can see a sickening purple radiance emanating from his eyes as he shoots almost like a laser beam right towards him as he casts a contaminating beam. I require a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Just Nabarlan?
Yes.
I'm gonna use a luck point for this.
Now you sure wish we had used the nullifying field.
She did cast it though.
Not yet.
Not
Did
yet.
I have not cast it yet because we were gonna wait a
Well,
little
10
bit
minutes,
of
yeah.
time.
All right.
And I think it's concentration, so I'm glad I didn't cast it because if I
I
probably
know
would
if it
lose
broke, yeah, you're right. You're
concentration
right. You're right. So that's
and lose it.
8, 8 and a 17. I used a luck point.
So it's a 17, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay. I just wanted to make sure. Like, if you want me to pick, then. All right, so you're going to get half of it.
Okay.
So I need these.
It was oh shit. He's getting more dice out. That's not good.
That is 18 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
And you see that it actually reaches under the sludge and it pulls up a large rock, just piece of
Oh.
the ground of this crater, and it hurls it towards all of you,
All of
aiming
us,
for
we're all
Ivy.
clumped up. Good God. No!
Well, it's aiming for Ivy. And for that,
Reminder, Maslow's AC is 17, mine is still 14.
well, then I guess that a 24 hits, right?
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Okay. I need more
I'm
dice.
gonna fucking die.
I need more dice.
All the dice.
Fucking die. Fucking die. Why did we think coming to the crater was gonna be a good idea?
We knew it
It's a
wasn't.
good idea.
Well, we knew it was.
We knew it
it was gonna
wasn't.
be bad.
You know who knew it was going to be a bad idea?
Oh, shut up. Shut up, GA. I love that you're streaming it and you're just like watching the same as we are.
Yeah.
Same as the rest of your streamers.
The rock hits Ivy.
For how much damage?
35 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh!
And there's more necrotic on top of that?
Nope.
Okay.
And finally, it steps out of the pool and walks here.
Does it just hit me or does it hit the rest of us?
It just hits you.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
I'm
good.
being
'Cause
benevolent with the templates because it's a
it would
2x2.
have, yeah, it would have killed Maslow. Like, I would have had to revivify him, and that would be ridiculous to waste 300 gold diamond on a fucking panther.
Flat slow. All right, Nibarlin.
Oh, he's so big. Jesus Christ. What you gonna do, Nibs? You're too close. He's gonna get you if you walk away.
Yeah.
I wonder how big his reach is. Maybe you could step one away and you wouldn't be beyond his reach.
Like, are we gonna bail or are we trying to fight this thing?
I mean, the crater's not that big, is it? I feel like it would chase us.
I'd like to reiterate and do with this what you want, but vision is 30 feet. That is obscuring you.
Oh, okay. So maybe we could get away. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm pretty fast. I'm not fast.
that's my thought.
If you have anything to slow it down.
I do. It is. I didn't want to bring it out just yet, though.
What are you waiting for?
Well, I brought a bag of tricks here because I knew that this was like I knew that we were gonna come into some shit here, and I brought stuff to try and help us get away from things. So.
You know, in case anybody actually dies here, it's technically Nabarlin's fault for wanting us to go here.
No, actually, y'all decided last session when I wasn't here, so
don't include me in y'all here.
Yeah, so Nabarlin is going to hop onto Blondie.
I should have put a death word on myself or on Maslow. Oh my god.
And
die.
Bonus action, tell her to dash. Actually, let me measure. I'm gonna because I write bail, and then he's going to I mean, he can get.
If you basically drag her off the map, you can, and then you're safe.
Okay, he's gonna do that, and then also cast Spike Growth. Some cast Spike Growth on. Let's Actually, I get my spells here.
So you're writing her, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to. I accidentally forward, but I'm about to do spike growth. I can't. How do you get? Oh, there it is. I'll move her there, and then I will do spells, spike growth. Like that, but I'll cast it so I'm not in the in the range of it, and then we'll go.
So do you cast it where you are right now?
What do you mean?
Like you moved, like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
moved
I
a
don't
little bit.
like. I had to get it off of. I had to get off of Blondie so I could get to the character. So like, I'm not on the. I'm not spike growthing myself. If that's what you're asking.
Got it. And are you you're writing Blondie, right?
You keep saying asking that. Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. As you move away, spike growth works. As you move away, you exit its reach of 15 feet, and it's
Mhm.
and it swings
Yeah.
at you with
Oh,
one of
We're
its
God.
very
all
large
within its
fists
reach. We're all within its reach. I'm fucking dead. Good God.
for 26. If that
Oh
hits.
no.
Uh, yeah. Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh no.
That's not the worst. That is the 17 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
But you can make
I've-
out of that.
Yeah, I got 15 on concentration, so that's staying up.
Yeah. With that, if you move like away, you're safe, so to speak.
So y'all get the fuck out of there while he's. Well, he's already used his reaction to hit me, so y'all, if y'all bail, then he can't get y'all.
That's true, yeah.
Ivy, it's your turn.
Or can he?
Or can he? No.
Okay, hopefully he doesn't have multiple reactions.
He
All
uses
right.
his legendary reaction.
I am going to turn into a hawk. I think we're going hawk. We're going bird. Which means I get 9 temporary HP, which almost doubles my hit points, which is sad. And I'm gonna go hawk, and then I'm gonna fly 60 feet away in the direction that Navarlin is going. And before I go, I'm gonna send Maslow a message in his head that just says, "Run." Follow Navarlin, run. And that's what we're doing.
All right. You were a hawk, right?
Yep, I'm a hawk.
All right.
I need those extra hit points. That's basically the only reason I'm doing that. That, and I can go super far. I have a 60 feet fly speed, so
Sorry, I
What?
had to.
Mhm.
hawk to a
Mhm.
what? What does it mean?
Oh, girl.
Oh, don't.
No, that's not.
What does it mean?
It is the
It's an
dumbest.
internet meme, and let's leave it at that.
It's the dumbest shit ever.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get it. I
So
haven't
that-
seen that
Okay.
meme. All right.
Hang on, let me fix that token.
So we're using one of our wild shapes. Do I have? He doesn't say anything about my game.
For some reason, it's not doing the
Okay.
token. Huh. Anyways,
I think
let me
I
change the name.
get that thing's the hawk is I think I get the hawk's AC. So the hawk's AC is 13, which is only one worse than mine. But yes, I'm a little hawk.
All right. If you move from, you
feet
can
this
move it.
direction. Yeah.
Yeah, you are safe over there. And if Maslow does the same thing, oh yeah, he has his turn is later, right?
Yeah, his turn's later. He
Okay.
doesn't take the same turn as me.
That is true.
He's
All right.
just a little guy. He's just a little guy. He's not my familiar or anything.
All right, Nespip.
Spike growth is difficult terrain, right?
Yeah, that's why.
Yes.
That's
Without
why
a save for the creature, or is
without
there
a
a
save,
save?
there's no save. It's just
No,
difficult
it's
terrain.
just yeah, it happened. The only
Yeah,
thing
there's
is like where it happened under his feet, he doesn't take direct damage, I believe.
not until he tries to move.
Yeah.
And I think everyone should have by now disappeared in the fog from the distance, or where you is it?
In the direction we all ran in a straight line, so
Yeah, but they
Yeah.
are beyond 30 feet, so you can't see them anymore right now.
Okay, then I won't waste a spell slot and ride Tali into the same direction. He's still got with dashing an 80-foot range,
We'll
so
make that.
just
Nabarlin
You
will
following
can
them.
go around the spike growth, of course. Yeah.
once we're out of range, just Nabarlin will slow down to make sure that you can catch people as they run. Once I'm out of range of the monster.
That makes sense. And then we have Fritz, who is currently invisible.
Yes, and he will swiftly power walk in the same direction as the group.
Which makes sense. Yeah. This is not the time to be a hero.
Okay.
It's never time to
Whenever
be a
is
hero.
it? Yes.
Sorry.
All right, let me make a decision, and that decision is in your favor. The grotesque Gargant will decide not to follow you. I imagine Maslow will follow you guys as well, right?
Yes, Maslow is also
Yeah.
running.
Okay. Wanted to make sure
We're
that
running
we're not
away.
leaving him
Yes,
behind.
for sure.
Ah,
For sure.
he can take him.
He'll make a valiant last stand. Be chomped in 2 seconds.
Sacrifice will not be forgotten.
Guys, I'm so low on hit points.
All right. Yes.
Nabarlin will cast Cure Wounds using hit. Actually, let me go do.
Right, you got hit for like how much damage?
If I'm not, I'm doing Cure Wounds on you.
Oh, on me?
Mm-hmm.
On my little bird?
Yeah, y'all. Well,
I'll come down and I'll land on Nabarlin's shoulder. Just kind of peck at his head.
look, y'all followed me to the jaws of oblivion, so um, I got whatever I can do to keep y'all up. So
I have a really good healing spell I can do, but I want to wait until we absolutely need it, and it also takes time to do it. So, yeah.
I also got some stuff that could help, but I would rather not.
and this is it's 2d8 plus the spellcasting ability. So I think it's still using the old one. This is using my gift of the metallic dragon usage. So it is 2d8. You know what? And let's do it on here just to plus my spellcasting modifier, which is +2. So you get.
All
Hey,
right.
that's
Nice.
not bad. 15 total.
Oh, 15? Okay,
Yeah.
that's not bad. That's like half of what I took, basically. I'll heal that. I'm gonna stay in wild shape form because I want my temporary HP. Um, so I'll just be like
We're gonna
kind and
we're gonna
just
need you to
kind of.
cast cast
Oh
Reverberating
no! I
Field.
need to cast neutralizing field. Oh,
Neutralizing field, yeah.
I wanted my HP. It's
Oh,
okay. Okay.
let me go a little
I
further.
fly, I flutter up, and then I change back into Ivy, and I do a 3-point landing. It's really cool. And I'll take my temporary HP away.
Okay.
And that's one use of wild shape. All right, not bad. And I will cast. Get everyone together. We have to stay within 10 feet of each other. And all I need is my relic, my little my little relic thing.
He's gonna
What
ask you to
else?
hold hands and sing
Creatures.
Kumbaya now.
You negate contaminated magical energies in a 10-foot radius sphere. So it's 20 feet diameter. And it's centered on me. So we can't get more than 10 feet away from me. And you can't gain contamination levels. And you have immunity to necrotic damage, which would have been helpful for
But
you.
only while we are
But
in.
only while
While
you're
we're.
in the
Okay.
sphere.
So
here's
above table right now, you're completely neglecting
What?
the actual path if you're trying to hinder yourself from the effects of the crater. You're told to believe and
What do you
trust in
mean?
your senses.
I mean, yeah, but it doesn't say anything about negating all of the stuff.
No,
yeah,
true.
we're not negating
Yeah.
we're not negating our senses. We're negating the effects of the
Well,
haze on it. So.
and you would have been the other person who could be able to cast this spell, so the fact that you're not here kind of pisses me off.
Yeah, if we make it out, this is this was the not up or shut up moment for Tolly, and he
Ah,
completely collapsed.
no way.
All
This
right.
was it.
Okay. So I cast that. It's concentration, so nobody hit me. And it's good for an hour.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, keep that in mind, DM. And I'm going to. Oh, I did spend one first level. I will cast a first level healing word on myself as well, just to try to get my HP back. I get 7. 7 more back, baby. We're climbing closer. That's not great, but at least I probably won't be downed in one shot next time. Okay. All right. Okay, let's go.
So before you move,
Oh, shit.
let me
Oh, that's
let me
cool.
create a. It's pretty, huh?
Pretty.
Let me create a 10-foot sphere around you.
Yes, please. I want to be in the middle, so I should be where Nabarlin is.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah.
What do you do?
It is.
I don't
It's
see it.
centered around you.
I don't see it.
I
I
see it.
kind of see it.
Yeah,
Oh, cool. Yeah,
it's
that's
very
nice.
subtle.
Very subtle.
So we're gonna keep in front so we don't.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
We can
So before you
basically
move,
just like we can
Keep in
kind of
front.
just move us as a group pretty much and not move individually.
so now that you're in the crater basin, basically, and you're
Uh-huh.
moving what you hope is towards the center or whatever it is you're looking for. This place is a complete forlorn and desolate place. Like if I said that, like at the start, like it looked like a barren wasteland. The same thing applies here. The earth itself has a very purple ting to it, and it just looks bad. There's one difference between the very edge of the crater and here. As you've been moving for a few minutes, not 10 minutes just yet, but a few minutes, you're starting to notice that on the ground, there is something off. There is a new type of vegetation, if you will, that grows here. And you can see it here and there scattered on the ground. It is a creeping moss of sorts that resembles almost exposed sinew or swelling tissue. The leaves on this are like fleshy membranes, and the roots are spreading like blood vessels. And these strange mossy plants cling to little specks of delirium on the ground. And whenever you see a little pool of this delirium sludge, you notice that these sinewy plants grow very close to it and have their roots drinking deep from these pools. The world is completely warped here.
Okay, so I will go back to being in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh fuck. There we go. And we can
I
kind of
just
just move as a group if you want. We don't have to like
Yeah.
each
yeah.
individually move.
I just
Yeah.
remembered one thing that I forgot. We have not been rolling contamination for fizzle.
Oh
Fair
shit.
point. Yeah.
So that's 2 that she needs to make.
Yep.
One moment. What's her modifier? Oh, that's a lot better than it used to be. That's a 17 and an 11 for her.
Did we
One
decide
save,
that
one
you
fail.
could just unsummon her and then summon her again, and then she would not be contaminated? Or is that
Yes,
not
but I
true?
would need to do that, and that costs resources and stuff. And
Oh, okay.
how much necrotic damage does she take when she fails?
15 in the level of contamination.
Okay, the contamination doesn't matter because she dies from the 15.
Oh.
So you'll just have to summon her again at some point.
You can't, because like with Thistle, I can just dismiss her and then bring her back whenever I want. I don't have to resummon her. Does not work the same way.
If she dies, you have to resummon her. You can temporarily dismiss her, but if
Well, I
she
meant, like-
dies, you have to spend the resources again.
But wouldn't Frintz think to dismiss Fizzle before we go
Well,
into the haze?
apparently I haven't, so
Yeah.
Well, I
Didn't
know
quite
you
think about
haven't.
it.
Fritz is far more capable than you might be. That's why I'm saying Fritz.
What a dig! What a dig!
I will remember that.
No, that's not a
Tim
dig
will
at you.
remember that.
That's not a dig at you. I'm like Nabarlin's.
I mean, let's be real. We
we're-
all have
we're-
commoner stats.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
we're our heroes are way more capable than us. That's why they're heroes in the
Um,
fantasy world. So it wasn't a dig at you. That was just like me
I
stating. a
understand.
fact.
I understand.
Yeah.
No, but he
Barry,
would not
can
have thought
you
of that.
move? Can you move all of
Especially-
us
Violin.
together?
Yes.
Okay. Can you just kind of move us like over here, maybe?
I would-
Well,
I would like
what
to
I'd
see
rather do.
Yeah.
What
I
I'd
was gonna say if
rather see is that Ivy just moves, and like I'll accept that everyone is in the circle.
Oh, you'll accept that everyone's with her. Okay.
Yeah, I would
Well,
imagine that
I'm
you
gonna
guys would do that.
move
Yeah.
over here.
As we're
Okay.
walking, I'd like to.
Ah, he
Go ahead.
freezed it.
Nope.
He freezed it.
Yeah, so you can have your say. Have your say.
I was going to try and perceive, like use my perception, my keen ranger senses to try and determine the proper way forward.
Good idea.
Oh, I'm gonna give you an
says-
answer that you're not gonna like.
Okay.
You'll find out next week.
Well, that's what I'm leading up to, of course. But that is you're using your senses, and the thing is, that is what Lucretia asked you to do. So
Yeah.
I would need some more information. Like I know that you, as a ranger, have certain stats, and we'll incorporate that in what you're about to say. But how are you relying on your senses? And what are you looking for? You say path forward. There's no path. So what are you looking for?
There is a path. So we've had people who've made the pilgrimage themselves, and so
Yes.
I mean that's kind of what I'm looking for, because there's people, from what we've been told, assuming that they're being honest, people go in here and come out all the time, and there would be traces of that unless there's just like that's kind of where I'm going with it.
That's very smart. You can make a survival check with advantage.
Survival check. Damn it. Perception.
You should be good at that as a ranger.
No, his perception.
Wisdom, don't you? You're a
Yeah,
ranger.
but
That's your spellcasting thing. You should have good wisdom.
Guess who's
No,
good
he
at
asked-
guess who's good at survival?
you have a +4 right now, so hush.
Fritz so far.
You stupid head.
So far.
Hey, I still got a +9, so that'll still be a +5.
Oh,
All right. So I only have a +2 to survival. And I have a +10 to perception. That's why I was trying to perceive on the ground, like using his senses, not necessarily his survival. He's tracking, and he's not.
I think
tracking
tracking
is survival.
is survival. Yeah, that's specified.
yeah.
It's like the example for survival.
Damn. All right. Nat 20. Nat 20.
Nice.
Yo, Nat 20.
So
Ah.
there is not really a path here, but you know what you're looking for, and you would deduct that the amount of people walking down here shouldn't be too much, barring the people that come down here for a reason. So there isn't a lot of movement down here, ergo any footsteps that would land here in the soil would probably stay here for a long while, a la, what happens on the moon. And you're right. You notice footsteps here and there, but there is roughly a sort of path in it. And it leads from where you are right now, roughly like diagonally, like on this map. So like over there. So far you are actually going the right way. And you will point this out to the group, I imagine, and this will steer the group around at least one issue here. However, as all of you are moving forward, you see these sinewy plants here and there. And as you get a little closer to one of them, Blondie will look at one of these like veins on the rock. And the vein actually pulls itself loose and wraps itself around Blondie's foot.
It just
I will-
does that? It can
I
just
will-
do that?
I will use speak with plants.
Okay, what do you say?
Let her go.
I
No,
will.
Didn't know I should have taken blight. Good God.
I'll say, I'll say, be still. We are just travelers. We're not here to disturb you.
And instead, you hear a voice from just beyond the mist that says, "No, you will join us."
Oh no.
I will. Nope.
Yep.
I was.
No, go ahead.
I will use thaumaturgy.
Okay.
An Uno reversed. No, you will join us.
No, you! Uno reverse.
You will release me now.
Creepy.
Kenneth
yes.
should be intimidated. Let me check.
It is
You
a
let-
plant.
It is literally
Intimidation.
it is literally immune to being frightened.
Oh
It's a stat. Yeah.
no! Wow.
It's here.
Wowie.
It has an immunity to charmed, frightened, and prone. Yeah, it's not going to react to that. And instead, you see a shape dooming, lurking towards
Can I
you.
just reach out with my sickle and try to cut it?
Yeah, and you'll free Blondie, so she's not restrained. But that
Okay.
doesn't make a difference as this creature approaches.
It's gonna fucking fight us. Okay, great.
You see a
awesome.
face coming through the haze.
Guys, I can't be hit! I can't be hit!
Yeah, we're not going to let you get
And
hit.
it looks like something that I'm going to explain to you.
Next week.
No, you should explain to it
Aw.
because Nespip is gonna be gone.
Show us. the
Oh,
fucking-
that's right.
Yeah, show us the fucking thing.
I mean, we can also write about that and stuff,
Nespip,
but
we need you! Why are
I
you
imagine I will need to give pointers what Nespip will do down here.
Yeah,
So
Christian.
Yeah, I mean, I'll need that.
also I will probably give for combat and stuff the powers to Tim. So
Powers to Tim!
Power
Tim's gonna
to
make you.
Tim.
Tim's gonna make you run away.
No,
It's gonna
that
be
means
like,
I can
"Nespip
finally
runs."
participate in combat.
No,
At least with one character.
Oh god.
because Fritz will just stand there. So Nespip.
Hey, Fritz gotta look out for number one. I completely get him.
Yes.
Bad, just bad. All right.
All right.
What does
Well,
it look like?
because
give us the
yeah,
art.
it looks like that.
Oh, we've seen this one
Didn't
before.
we fight something like that before?
Yep.
Yeah,
We have.
there is one like this, but this is the bad version of it.
Oh, okay.
The other one was just like formed because a piece of crystal like hit her. It was in the Black Ivory Inn, the piano lady.
Oh, this was the
Oh.
piano player, but this is
Yeah.
the worst version.
This is the one fed by the haze for 15 years.
Oh God. gonna fucking die. We're gonna fucking die.
Sad
I'm
piano
like,
music.
I really am trying to figure out how just rando families go in here and come back out.
Yeah, how are the rando families doing this?
They step down here, they close their eyes, they trust their senses, and they get through.
They go
You-
blindly?
I told you.
They trust their senses.
I did
But
trust my
like
senses.
eyesight is senses,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, eyesight is
But
a
you're-
really big sense.
You've only once mentioned that you're trusting your senses, which was what Nabarlan just did. Other than that, you've been navigating. You've been using your smarts, not your senses.
Oh.
I told you you're like
Fun
you're
as shit.
you're doing everything wrong.
Well, you're not fucking here.
No, because I did the
so
right
shut
thing.
the fuck
I
up.
did the
Yes,
right
He,
thing.
d- he does.
Shut
Yes, he does
the
everything
fuck up.
correctly.
You do everything correctly, you little fucker.
No, I did
Alright,
everything right this
well,
time.
All right.
Let's just
One quick
die,
thing,
I
if you
guess,
haven't done
for
so
the
already,
fun of
Christian, because you won't be here next week. Which, by the way, because you're in America next week, right?
Yep.
So have a lot of fun, especially now. But have a lot of fun over there. Did you check with Russ already to pause the payment for next session?
not directly. I'll probably write him now.
Yeah, if you send him a message like you're still within time, but just let him know so they can pause it.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on it. Like that should just work. If it doesn't, I'll run the errand. All right. Thank you so much for a wonderful session. You guys are getting very close to another big thing in Drakkenheim. I mean, you are very close to the meteor. So,
Oh, really? Is that a big thing?
I mean, it's a core part of the story, isn't it?
I wish we would stop losing party members to just not wanting to engage. This is insane. We really could use everybody.
I mean, I've only spent the past 5 sessions saying like Atoli is not going to go with these cultists in any kind of way.
I guess, yeah.
So
Fuck. Alright, well,
I told you, he's such
I'll
a
see
coward. Even
y'all-
Fritz is staying with the
yeah.
group this time.
Yeah.
I know, isn't that wild?
I didn't want to say it.
I don't want to say it.
But let's be real. This is a bit more self-serving. Fritz is like, there's a shit ton of delirium down there, and we're about
Yeah,
to make
he's like,
out.
I'm gonna make bank.
I don't know what you're talking about.
To give you an idea, like I'm not going to show the entire map, but to give you an idea of like the size of the delirium that you're going to find down here, because there's a couple more, but they are quite literally this size.
Mhm.
That's like the biggest. Yeah, that's like
Oh,
character
over
token
there.
sized.
Ka-ching.
Sorry. We're in the ka-ching. Good luck carrying that.
Well, for one, you need to get it loose, and it's in a pool of like delirium sludge. But if you manage to get that loose, that's something. That's a
I
large
should
one.
have brought stuff to carry stuff. God damn it.
We have Tali.
You got
But
Basel.
you have Tali.
No.
Yeah.
Tali is immune to contamination, apparently, so. Alright. Well, I gotta go watch the game, I guess. Super Bowl day today.
Oh, Super Bowl Sunday. Yeah. Well, have fun.
Super Bowl Sunday.
I'll see
All right.
everyone except for Christian
Hey,
next week. Christian, you have a lot of
here's
fun
the-
in America.
Here's the good
Thanks.
news: is
What's the good
Like,
news?
depending on its attacks, like we actually are immune to necrotic and like contamination
Yeah.
in this thing.
Correct.
So we're immune to contamination and necrotic
Well-
as long as it doesn't hit me.
I was about to
Well,
say,
Because
as
if
long
it
as the
hits me
bubble
and
is up.
it hits me and it deals like 30 damage and I have to make a 15 con save, I'm going to fail it. Like I add 1 to my con save. Like
Well,
I
but
made
we'll-
a wizard at one point and I made the wizard like super buffed to con saves because of like not wanting to lose concentration on spells. I did not do that with Ivy, so she is fucked.
we do have the plan for next week is do not let Ivy get hit. Do not let through us. There's I
Yeah.
think Tali's got some things that Tali can do to help mitigate attacks. I've got some stuff.
Yeah. Christian, you
try
gotta
and
give Tim like a crash course on how to be an artificer.
I
will.
20 con wizard.
Throwing him in a 9th level combat at an artificer class he doesn't play.
Remember, if the
I've had
choice comes between sleep or tinkering, you tinker.
Yes.
You tinker. You always tinker.
I'll just do the combat part, nothing else. Everything else lies with Barry, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. I will see you guys next week. Thank you so much for a
Okay.
wonderful session. It was a lot of fun.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And with that, ends session 38 of Dungeons of Dragon. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. I appreciate you all. And this has been me live for a little bit over 11 hours at this point. So I am going to go and rest up as well. Get my long rest in. And I'll see you all again tomorrow. Toodaloo.